Yeah. This ain't no handouts. No shortcuts. No middleman.
No middleman.
No middleman.
No middleman. Middleman.
No middleman.
Middleman. Middleman.
No middleman.
Middleman. Middleman.
No middleman, I get it direct. Pressure talk, I don't deal in the flex. Cut the line, I don't wait, I collect. If it's mine, I'ma claim my respect. No middleman, I move with intent. Boss moves only, every dollar was spent. No favors, no deals, no rent. Built from the ground, now the whole game bent. Started with a vision, had to cut the distractions. No handshakes, just results and reactions. They was talking plays, I was making it happen. Turn losses to losses, then flipped it to passion.
Disclaimer: this broadcast is intended for commentary, discussion, and entertainment purposes only. All topics and statements are based on publicly available information, including news reports, social media content, and third-party sources, which may include allegations or unverified claims. The views expressed are opinions and should not be interpreted as confirmed facts. This content is not intended to harm, defame, misrepresent any individual, organization, or entity. Viewer discretion is advised.
One step at a time. One step at a time. Birthday on the tape. July in Memphis, quiet on the block. One out from reality can make the whole world stop. Kendra turned the key, something didn't feel right. Every parent's instinct started screaming at night. House felt different, silence felt loud. Truth hides the deepest where the shadows crowd. Upstairs, one room, one bed, one breath. A stranger underneath it, and minutes later death. Now the cameras roll, headlines spread fast. Everybody judging from the end and not the past. One moment became the story they all see, but every tragedy begins long before the scene. It never starts with a crime, it starts with a conversation. Never starts with a touch, it starts with validation. One step, one lie, one secret at a time. That's how trust gets borrowed, that's how people cross the line. See, grooming ain't always evil when the process begins. We all influenced by family, teachers, lovers, and friends. Every coach builds confidence, every parent shapes belief. Every mentor earns trust before they ever bring relief. That's the lesson. The process itself isn't what makes it wrong. It's the purpose behind it that changes the song. When it's used to protect, it helps people grow. When it's used to exploit, that's the danger we should know. So before we judge one mother, before we choose one side, maybe that's what happened during all the months before that night. Because monsters rarely knock, wearing horns on their heads. Sometimes they arrive one conversation at a time instead. This isn't just about Memphis, it's about recognizing the process. Because if you understand how grooming begins, you might stop the next headline before it ever gets written.
In July of 2026, in a quiet Memphis neighborhood, a mother named Kendra Scott came home to find her house locked up strange. When she got inside, she found a 20-year-old man hiding under her 13-year-old daughter's bed. Minutes later, she was dead in the front yard. He was dead in the front yard. She is now charged with first-degree murder. And that's the headline. That's what made this a true crime story. But underneath the headline is a slower, quieter story, one that didn't start that night. It started with a relationship that had been building in secret for who knows how long, one small step at a time. And that process has a name: grooming. And before we talk about a specific danger, the kind involving an adult and a child, we need to talk about the broader mechanism, right? Because grooming isn't just something predators do, it's a universal human process. And understanding how it works in general is what lets you spot it when it turns dangerous. Welcome to No Middleman, y'all, where the truth don't need a middleman.
Yeah. You're not rocking with the realest podcast in the room. No middleman. Souls. Soft rain. Uncle Plug. Let's go. No middleman.
A Memphis mother is charged with shooting and killing a man who was found allegedly hiding under her child's bed early Thursday morning. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Stephanie Skurlock. That mother is now charged with first-degree murder. WREG's Caitlin Barker spoke to neighbors and is live tonight to share reactions. Caitlin?
Good evening, Stephanie. This case is really complicated. Some neighbors say this mother did the right thing, while others tell me she's wrong because she took the law into her own hands.
She is a good mom. She just didn't check the phone.
Should have just called the police instead of shooting.
This mother, 36-year-old Kendra Scott, is accused of allegedly shooting a man after he was caught hiding under her child's bed at 1:40 Thursday morning. Authorities have identified the man who was shot as Rodarius Morton. According to police, Morton was invited to the home by a juvenile who allegedly snuck him in through the back door at 1 a.m. Just 30 minutes later, Scott came home. According to the child, Scott was banging on the front door and yelling, "Who's at my house?" The child would later tell police she was scared of Scott because she had a gun in her hand and was angry. According to the child, Scott told her in the past, quote, if she sees a boy in her house, she will put a hole in his.
I just feel bad for her because she was trying to do everything she could but still she had to say it's just an unfortunate situation that happened.
Once the child opened the door, Morton was found hiding under the child's bed. As Morton was leaving the house, both Scott and Morton went out to the porch, and that's when the juvenile says she heard a gunshot. Morton was found shot in the back of the head.
Listen to your parents. Do what they say. If they don't stick their home or have anyone in the house that's not supposed to. That's just the
Now, Scott is facing multiple charges, including first-degree murder and the employment of a firearm during the commission of a dangerous felony. I'm Caitlin Barker reporting live for your news leader, WREG News Channel 3.
So there we have it, man. Segment number one, we're going to be starting off with Miss Kendra Scott, the mother in Memphis, 36-year-old mother in Memphis, who came home, I think it was around like 1 a.m. in the morning, felt that someone was in the house, got in the house, found a young man, 20-year-old man, underneath the bed of her 13-year-old daughter. From the other videos that have recently came out from the news, he was able to gather his things and start heading out of the door. But the moment he headed out the door, it was the last time he walked past any door. They found him there unalived in front of the door. And I want to talk to you guys tonight. How do you guys feel? The chat and my amazing team up here with Uncle Plug and Soft Rain. How do you all feel about this tragedy that has happened in Memphis, Tennessee?
I've been that little boy up under somebody's bed. Lord, I thank you. I'm still here today. I've been caught on several occasions, dear Father, hiding in closets, under beds, in laundry rooms, and I made it out. RIP to the young man, and but for her, it didn't have to go there. It didn't have to go there. Now that woman, that baby girl is without you.
What about you, Rain? Mother speaking from a mother's perspective.
Yeah, as a mother, if I were in that, I don't have a daughter. I have a son, but in that situation, if I was to have a daughter, I don't think that I would have taken it that far. I would have called law. If I felt that I was in danger, I wonder if she felt like she was in danger. Morally, I mean, I know as mothers, we protect our children as much as possible. I'm not for certain if she maybe even knew what was going on, possibly them having a relationship, or if he was just an intruder. I would hope to think that she wasn't thinking that he was just an intruder.
I do. Plug didn't get all the details. Plug didn't get all the
You
details.
saw my face.
Yeah. I was like,
20,
baby.
she was 13.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plug. Look at the. See, Plug ain't.
I didn't, dog. I'm dead. I'll be like, no, I ain't see that, but I ain't gonna tell that lie. I ain't hear that. 20.
Yeah. Hey, I-90. Where you been? It's been a minute. Where you been?
He been in the chat. He be on the sports show.
Oh, okay. So where you been in no middleman? And where you been on my channel?
Hey, we talking about Kendra Scott right now.
I know we
y'all.
talking about Kendra Scott. but no.
He said he'll be in Dallas this week.
All right then. But no, as a mother though, I think she took it overboard. I really do. She should have kicked him out and called the law. My initial thoughts. And as someone who I carry, and as you carry, when you carry a responsibility too of knowing what you can do with that weapon. And unfortunately, she let her thoughts overtake. She saw red and she made red happen. Unfortunately, there was no pause in it. She didn't think twice. If she would have thought twice, then he would still be here. And granted, him being 20 and she being 13, it should have been going on anyways. But with that being said, there were other avenues to what could have transpired other than this young man losing his life. Now, was he doing right? Absolutely not. But he could have been taken care of in other ways, as far as being convicted of a crime, so on and so forth, instead of losing his life. So
13 years old though.
13.
I'm starting to get confused. Now that Plug know, I'm gonna let Plug re-answer, but I'm very shocked with your response, right? I'm very shocked with your response. Yeah. Just with how y'all act about everything else in the world. But
what you mean?
Go ahead, Plug.
Okay.
Go ahead, Plug.
13, bruh.
13.
Bruh. You mean to tell me all them little girls you graduated with, she was 13, bruh.
He had no business doing what he was doing.
No, he had no business doing what he was doing now.
Mm-mm.
I'd have been caught in some closets, but I was under some beds, but she was my age.
Right.
She was not 13.
Keep the comments coming, y'all. We see it.
I'm not at 15. I wasn't even looking at no 13, yo.
Did you want some older than?
What? I told you, man, when I was 14, I'm looking for 16 because she can drive. At 16, I'm looking for 18 because she can buy me some Black and Milds or some Newport. At 18, I'm looking for 21 so she can buy my liquor. At 21, man, I always was looking for something older. Always. I don't grasp that concept. Yeah, I was in closets, bro. Penny, I was in closets.
So how do you look at it now, though? Like, now that you know, the mom walks in, all right, paint the picture. She walks in. This seems like something, this is not assuming, this is from the statement that the young daughter made, right? My mom told me if she finds a man in the house, what she was going to do, right? So obviously this is not the first time this young lady has brought someone into the home, which we'll get to that later throughout the show today. But we're talking about that, right? But now the mother probably, it looked like if y'all go to watch the news, you could tell she had a Ring camera on the door too. So she's probably seen the activity that's going into her home. She gets into her home. She then finds a 20-year-old underneath the bed. It wasn't like she found a 20-year-old on the sofa with the 13-year-old. She found, and he had to gather his clothes.
So he was hidden.
I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna assume. I'm gonna play Al Sharpton today. I'm not gonna assume. We're gonna just say that he was under the bed. Maybe he was hot. Maybe the house was hot. No AC. We gonna assume. But the house was hot. No, that's what we do. That's what we do. Now that's what y'all. Not we. That's what y'all do now. That's why I'm saying I was so shocked with Rain's response. Because I'm thinking about a mother protecting her child from what some people would consider a predator.
Yeah, he a predator, cuz. Like
So-
ain't that's a predator.
so,
dog.
No,
like-
I get it.
But you talking about
and-
calling? But you talking about calling the laws?
tell
she
him to
could've
get out
did
my
something-
house and call the law.
Yeah, but y'all okay? All right. Y'all
Yes,
don't
I'm
wanna have that.
protecting my child, but I'm doing
Okay.
so in the legal way. Is he threatening me? Is he threatening my child? Is my child's life
fast,
being
too.
lost?
She fast. I'm thinking in the aspect that she fast as hell.
The
'cause she
mama
know
knew
she
what was
talking
going
to an
on
older
because she
boy.
had a Ring doorbell, so she knew that man was in her house,
But he a
and
predator.
she
though.
plotted the whole way home. She had
Either
to have
way-
plotted the whole way
Now
home.
look at
Either
all this.
way,
Look at all this assuming y'all doing now.
It's
Now look,
assumption.
look at all
what
Yeah.
no. What I'm saying is whether he out of there, she would have called the police. Either way, because I know any man that's in the chat right now. If a 20-year-old man was in there with your 13-year-old daughter, you finna give him
You airing it
everything.
out. You airing it out.
You giving him everything.
He ain't making it
You
out.
giving
He might
him
not make.
all-
He might not make it from under the bed.
He ain't gonna make it because off the top, who that is in there? Who that is in there? It'd have been over with, man. It'd have been a closed casket. Straight up.
I don't know, y'all.
Straight up.
How you don't know about this one?
I'm saying I don't think I
I'm
wouldn't
confused.
have
I'd be
gone in there and
confused.
aired it
I'd be
out.
confused. I'd be confused when things are more black and white, like not like people, but on paper it's black and white. Something happened. The lady responded, but then we can speculate a million things that we never seen footage of, and
Right.
have all like, come on, y'all, come on now, let's go, no middleman. Come on now, come on now.
I just
Come on now.
and supposedly he was hit in the back of the head correctly. Then they say he was what you said, Plug?
See these type of situations for me. See these type of situations for me, Ray, are very simple. We ain't gonna miss. We ain't gonna miss them. We ain't gonna miss
13.
13 predatory.
13.
No.
20, 13.
And after I get done with him, I'm whooping her too.
Even all
So
right.
are
look
you
at it from
taking
this
his
point of view.
life?
Look at it this one.
You coming in there, you taking his life?
Now look at it from this. It's a 7-year age gap. 13 to 6.
Okay.
Ooh.
Gee.
13 to 6. That shit hit different now.
No, I'm saying I don't see, maybe because I was a teen girl.
And you was fast.
I ain't gonna say I'm not gonna air my business out.
No, you're going in the right direction though. This is gonna be an amazing series. This is gonna be an
Right.
amazing
So-
series and show. Mhm.
So if I'm allowing this man to come be with me as a teen girl,
You saying you wrong, not him.
I'm
wrong.
not saying yes, I'm wrong because I know better, for one. Two, he's dead wrong. Absolutely, he's wrong. And he dead now. Assuming the mother saw the ring cam, knowing that man was coming in her house, I just don't.
Kendra Scott
As
call attorney souls. I got a story for you already.
Hey,
They
is
already
she free?
No,
Is she
no.
free?
Well, she got
No,
$100,000 bond right now,
yeah.
so she need to come up with 10 grand.
She got to come.
I mean,
no, damn.
Well, you know
I'm
that
not- I'm not saying he didn't deserve some type of tail kicking or something, but losing his life. I'm not trying to protect him. I'm not trying to protect the predator, but I'm just saying the situation has got to be different. Yeah, I'm coming in there not to air it out, but I guess I'm a person of reason. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Why you in my house? I'm calling the law because you with my daughter, for one, and then why you in my house?
So you
Type
saying with the son 13? If A Boog get 13 and she
Mhm.
20,
I'm coming in the house calling the law telling her to get up out my house.
I want y'all to remember. I want y'all to remember this day.
That's a double standard for me.
I want y'all to remember this response from Rain.
How the hell you pull her? Yeah. Boy, you pulling 20-year-old. You already know how that is. Boy, you pulling 20-year-old. Boy, that's my boy. Hey, but you gotta go, little mama. I appreciate you pulling up. You understand me? Next time you should have hollered at daddy. You see how I'm playing that you gotta go.
I get it. I do. Now don't get me wrong, I get it. As a parent,
today,
I get
Rain.
it.
So today, Rain. It sounds like you're focusing on the outcome of the situation.
If that's what you're.
No, I'm asking. I'm asking.
Because what are you implying, Souls?
No, because like we don't always do that. You know, when I go into talking about the outcome, you know, I'm everything but a child of God. I hear what you're saying. You're speaking a lot of logic right now. You're speaking a lot of logic right now. Like I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying for like most people would think like I got a story from Miss Scott, because a lot of people are gonna say, why did you let him get to the door? See, I'll be like, no, I already had my weapon. I was chasing him. I didn't want to shoot randomly in the house because my daughter was trying to stop me. And then when I finally got settled enough, and that's when I let it go, I shot it into passion. I was in very emotional. I found a 20-year-old under my daughter's bed, and I had to act. I had to act.
Kendra the wrong Scott, jury will convict her.
We got his old story together.
Yep, come call me. Come call Attorney Souls. I'm telling you.
The wrong jury will convict her.
Oh man.
Too wrong don't make it right.
Anybody got crump on? We gonna
crump on speed now.
We gonna run it up for her? No.
Well, I see crump. I see a lost trial. As soon as I see crump, I see civil suit. That's all we gonna get is some money out of this deal, but that's it. That's all we gonna.
Making my logic speaking to me today.
No, I think it's cool, Rain. I hear what you're saying. Like I'm just saying that's how like the thing you're saying is normally what I would be saying about certain situations, right? Like you're having logic in the situation.
Right.
I'm
not letting my emotions take over.
Yeah, thank you. I just want y'all to remember this tonight, though. Like, I just want y'all to remember this tonight. I'm gonna play it back every time. I'm gonna make that a clip so we can play it back. No, but also with that being said, if y'all are looking at the thumbnail right now before we get to the chats, and appreciate everybody coming in tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. The thumbnail says this: should tough decisions be left to the women? Because there was a chat that came through that said like, where was the father, right? And we're gonna talk about a lot of this tonight, right? And tomorrow, because we actually doing a grooming series, guys. We're gonna educate on grooming and how it looks differently in different situations and different avenues. With that being said, it kind of goes back to what Rain was saying, all right, about young ladies being fast or growing up fast. A lot of that is because of possible grooming.
How old is Kendra?
Kendra is 36.
Oh, look at that age.
But you got to think about it too. You got a 13-year-old young lady, right? We're talking about the facts that we got. You got a 13-year-old lady who's at the house watching kids. You see what I mean? Like we forget as parents, sometimes we put the cart before the horse.
You put these kids in grown folks situations. He'll be watching insurance.
I can watch your kids, but I can't have my man over.
Your man shouldn't be 20.
But no, I'm just saying.
Okay.
That's how this all starts to look when you think about, man, we got a great series for y'all. It all gonna make sense, man. It's all gonna make sense, man. Let me play a little music, man. Shout out to our guy Courtney, man. Courtney, he normally goes live in the morning because he's on a different coast. Shout out to Courtney for the $2 bill. Appreciate you, big dog, for always supporting, man. Let me play a little music for you, man. What we got in here? What we got, man? What we got?
And he has awesome content too. So y'all go over his page and
Yeah.
We treat the algorithm like the street. Watch your step.
Get him, plug. Hey.
Everybody chasing views. We chasing self-respect.
He about to catch. He about to catch it. Let's get it.
So feelings, that's the code we protect.
Yeah. You know, Uncle Plug with the bars. No, man. Shout out to Courtney for always showing support and love, man. Great show over there. Y'all make sure y'all go over to the Courtney Egger show. He also has another show. He's on Banter. Something for Banter. It's a good show with him and his homeboys.
Barter, I think.
Banter and Barter. Yeah, great show. Great show with him and his boys, man. They got some sponsorships over there. Them boys moving, man. So good stuff, man. Good stuff. So we're gonna let Rain read the chats, and we're gonna try to answer some of these for y'all so we can have a discussion tonight.
Penny said, that's not an invite if she's a juvenile. Mom got it right, but wrong because she waiting to the porch in the back of the head. Miriam said, Penny, not the pew-pew. Mike Hunt. Welcome in, Mike. Is this
Mike been going in? Now, this is the first time Mike going in, too. Mike letting y'all know.
Well, thank you, Mike. But thank you for being here. Yeah, but yeah, you weren't 20 years old, and they weren't 13 years old, right?
Yeah, he was asking Plug. He cleared it up.
Okay. The fact here is he was 20, she was 13. He got exactly what he deserved.
All right, Mike. Tell him, Mike.
Penny, rain hands, rated E for everyone. Quit playing.
Rated E for everyone. That's dope.
Hey, Miles, it's been a minute. He said, "What exactly is the difference between murder and manslaughter?"
I'm gonna start it, and we'll explain it at the end of the show. That's a good question, Miles. I'm glad you are here to be educated, sir.
Muriel said he would have pew pew, but while he was looking at me. Mike Hunt said, How did this see y'all missing? How did this see y'all missing?
How did y'all miss it? He was talking about the age.
He was 20, she was 13. Are y'all missing this? Muriel said, I have a daughter. It's lights out. I
believe you too, Muriel. After every Wednesday, I keep getting more and more of a dose of you. I don't put nothing past you now. I don't put nothing past you.
And she a vet too, so she got that training.
Yeah.
Mike said the girl is 13, he's 20. Hello, that's the death sentence.
Mike, where you from, big dog? Penny
Probably from right here in the great state of Texas.
Penny said that's grape in a lot of states, and yes, it is. And I will say this: if I didn't take care of him outside the fence, once he got inside the fence, then people were gonna take care of him inside the fence.
Boy, look at him. The booty be like a cup holder.
See? Mike Hunt said, so he was going to get his regardless. Mike Hunt said, I'm going to say it again. If you thought a 13-year-old and a 20, you're done. Mike also said, she was 13, he was 20. That's my daughter. You don't even make it to the effing door. She was smart to let him get on the other side of the door.
Yeah.
Penny said, Souls, I'm with you, and shocked that rain too.
Me too, brother.
Penny said, not the closets.
Trapped in the closet, Arkels. Yeah.
Mike said, Big D, home of the greatest football team in the world history of the Dallas Cowboys.
He in the D with it. Flood called it. Hey.
He sounded like he was in a great state of Texas. I knew he was in a great state of Texas.
Yeah, he did.
I-90. Wes said, yeah, I'm with Plug. When I was younger, I looked for older, not younger. Mike said, I don't you take my sweet 13-year-old daughter. I don't give a S. What excuses are 20? You 20. Bye-bye. He said,
20, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Miles said, if age is in question, don't do it.
Better believe it.
Penny said, and the little girl knew what she was doing being fast. I-90 said, that's a grown man with a child, shaking my head.
Yeah,
true.
Mike said, and for good reason, that punk tail 20-year-old decided to take the innocence of a 13-year-old child. Is never coming back, and neither is he. Penny said, was there a
Y'all, he a fool. I ain't even see that.
Penny said, rain showing the white side.
Read that one
The
more
logic side, the logical side.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
you think so?
it's only one side on that side.
Miles said, "Where was Dad?" Penny said,
Yeah.
"Moving all types of furniture."
Yeah.
Jen said, "I don't think most mothers would have discernment in that moment."
She said,
Bang, bang,
Kate.
And she said, "K."
bang, bang.
Penny said, "Jen, go ahead and redeem your girl reign." I would most likely lose it.
Hmm.
Miles said, "Sons are raised, treated differently than daughters."
Yes.
Jen said, "Little Penny, we different."
Madam.
But I've reached very shocked because Madame, no offense, when this Madam, no offense when
Ray, you got me. You might be
listen.
a little bit worse than me, though.
No, don't do that now. We back on the same level, so don't do that.
like you literally just sounded that out to make it what you wanted.
Madam.
Madam.
But it's I'm trying to
Yo,
sometimes
you good?
it's hard
You
to read
good,
these
Ray? I've been through
comments
it. We gotta have laugh. We gotta laugh.
when autocorrect be
There's
tapping
a
in
lot of
on.
tragedy going on in the world. Man. We
Yeah,
gotta laugh.
I'm very shocked because, Madam, no offense. If he had did what you suggest, this man would have probably been out in 3 to 5 years, worst case.
Mm.
He said, now when that 20-year-old gets out, do you think he's going to change his weight? And now he's going back and doing it again. And God forbid, what if it's your daughter? I bet you change your opinion there.
Mike said he's changing your mind today, Ray.
Penny said his life was forfeited as soon as he stepped in the house after hours. Mira said all predators need to be in the upper room.
The upper room.
Izzy said, "Yer."
What's up, Izzy?
Penny said, "I see that Jen. We team belt to tail. BTA." Izzy said, "What's y'all thoughts on the divide in politics between Afro Americans and Africans?"
No comments.
No comment. Thanks.
Penny said, "We assuming he didn't come through the window."
No, he came through the door. She let him in.
He came through the door.
It's facts. It's facts. It's in the affidavit. He came through the door. She let him in. The 13-year-old let him in.
Yeah. Mike says she was a child. He took her innocence. He's never coming back, and that mama took him, and he ain't never coming back. Penny said, "Ain't no reason it's after hours." Mike said, "And if I was on the jury, it's not a effing way that I would convict her." 13 is a child. Mike going in. Penny said she must look grown. You know them 13-year-olds nowadays. Penny said, shaking my head. She must look grown. Miss Cruz said, "It's not funny." It's not. Penny said, it's cruel. Penny, Jen said, "Penny, I'm not even a violent person. Can't use a squirt gun correctly. No white side here. He's cooked." Penny said, "Jen, me and you BFFs." Mike said, "I understand completely. Went to mom. I think she was rational. I think if anyone violated my 13-year-old child and I had the ways of maintenance, I would have done exactly the same."
Yeah.
Wow.
Mac 7019, welcome in.
Welcome in, Mac.
I think he's been here. But have you been here before, Mac? If not, hit that subscribe button while you're in here. He said, "This is exactly what needs to happen when men catch grown women with their teenage sons."
Mac came in straight off the heater.
Rude.
Look at Rude in the building. You missed some great sports show, Rude. Make sure you back this Sunday now.
Mira said, "Penny and Jen, you are reading my thoughts." Little Penny said, "I'm logically loading rounds." Jen said, "Absolutely, Mac."
Hold up, y'all. Let's skip around, man. People get hold on. I'm gonna let you go ahead. Go ahead.
Mike said, "I don't know about that in the daughter. She wrong if that's the case. You can't get past this one if she's a child." Paul said, "When I was a child, I did childish things, but when I became a man, I put away."
My boy brought out the word on him before he put him to the heavens, boy. Hey, I'm gonna see you to heaven with the word. Hey.
Penny said the mom really needed that self-defense class to know the law. Miss Cruel said to the dude at the bottom, don't leave your wife, girlfriend around your son since it's so funny.
Ooh,
Ma'am,
Plug,
have a
don't
good
you
day.
laugh. Plug, don't you laugh.
Jen said Miriam,
Shut up.
Rain will whoop that tail all the way out the door. You right,
Whoop
Jen.
that trick. Whoop that trick. Whoop
Get
that
him.
trick. Whoop
Get him.
Oh, Mike said many dude got hemmed up trying to gather up his Jordans.
We can't read all these, y'all.
Yeah.
We're gonna get through the chat, man. We appreciate y'all. What's up,
Hey,
Classic in the
Classic.
building?
Good
Classic
show
in the
today,
building.
Classic. You and Ted. Mike said you unfolding the clip. You unloading the clip. You put another clip in. You unload that clip. You put another clip in, and you unload that clip too.
Mike said he got all the ammo.
Yeah. Penny said age ain't nothing but a number of rounds.
Yeah. So we appreciate what I-90 said.
He said, I'll be staying in downtown Dallas this Wednesday. Any good food spot recommendations?
Kitchen and cocktails.
Yeah, kitchen and cocktails. If you want some good barbecue, make sure you go to Terry Black's and Hutchins. You got to try them both. Try them both.
On his side of town, it'll be Cadillac barbecue.
Okay. That ain't that good, though.
Cadillac ain't that good?
Not when you compare it to like Terry Black's.
Okay, yeah, Terry Black's the business though.
Hey, but if you want to, you in Dallas, so you actually in the hood, so you're gonna have a lot of good spots. Downtown Dallas ain't downtown Dallas.
You can't lose a kitchen and cocktail though. They got some good food.
Yeah. So we appreciate everybody, man. In the thing, let's go ahead and time you out there, Watermelon Felon. We appreciate the chat tonight, man. It's gonna be a good show tonight. I think y'all are gonna really enjoy what we have for you guys tonight, starting with this first topic. I just hope that the mother gets the same support others get. I hope there's somebody out there willing to pay her bond. She need 10 grand. Maybe plug in the shop and get it for her. I'll see what they can do. He had to hide it downtown. Okay. Don't put out too much now. I-90, you might, we don't know who is now.
He try to let the ladies know where he gonna be.
Y'all, he said, y'all come see me.
Pull up on me.
But that was the first segment, man. Just talking about what's currently going on. I do want to say rest in peace to the and prayers to the Nolan Wells family, man. They did have the celebration service today. Don't want to overlook that family, man. So prayers to y'all. But there is tragedy at every step, man. It doesn't matter where you turn. You can find a story to cover every second of the day. So we'll keep you guys abreast. And I'm sure if y'all catch the weekly Radar with Rain, she'll keep you abreast as well. So just make sure y'all tap into all the channels, man. But before you know it, man, we got to get to the best news in all YouTube areas, man. We call it the Radar with Rain.
Soft rain got Alabama grace all in the spirit. Yeah. Georgia roots in the soul every time you hear it. Yeah.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to On the Radar with Rain, where we track trending news across the internet and everything that's shaping the world. Tonight, I wanted to stick with our theme, grooming. This happened last year, so we're going to examine a disturbing North Texas case involving former Mesquite teacher and volleyball coach Mathan Lowe. According to Fox 4 News, police records, and an arrest warrant affidavit, Lowe was arrested and charged with child grooming. These allegations have not been proven in court, and he is, of course, presumed innocent until he is proven guilty. And here is the investigative timeline. I wanted to mark this out. According to the affidavit, Lowe first met the teenage girl in May of 23 through a volleyball-related gathering. She later joined his volleyball team in the fall of 24. Investigators allege that private communication began around March or April of 25, and after Lowe reportedly asked for her phone number to send volleyball footage. That's the first part. Police say the messages became increasingly personal during the summer of 25. The affidavit also describes 3 alleged in-person incidents during September of 25. The girl's mother reportedly discovered the communications around September 28th, and the allegations were formally reported to Mesquite's police on October the 2nd. Lowe was arrested in December of 25, with police reporting the arrest on December the 10th. But what investigators allegedly found on his iPad is what makes this case alarming. So police say the device contained an apparently AI-generated document titled Hypothetical Counter-Influence Plan. Hypothetical Counter-Influence Plan. According to that affidavit, the document outlined a 5-phase strategy involving trust building, emotional influence, doubt, power shifts, and making the teenager believe she was making her own decision. Police have not identified the AI platform or released the original prompts that he used. That matters because AI can organize ideas, refine language, and make manipulation sound supportive or caring. And to be clear, AI did not independently commit the alleged conduct. Responsibility remains with the person using the technology. But this case has a question. Are AI companies, schools, churches, sports organizations, and parents prepared to recognize technology assisted manipulation before harm occurs?
Mesquite police say a former teacher used AI, artificial intelligence, to come up with a child grooming plan before he was arrested.
32-year-old Mathan Lau is facing a grooming charge related to time he spent at the Christian Center of Mesquite. While he was not an employee, his father was the senior pastor there. Fox 4's Claudia Castillo has more now on how AI was involved with his search. Claudia.
Hi, Heather. Hi, Steve. Yeah, what makes this case so interesting is what you just said, how artificial intelligence was used to allegedly groom this teen girl. Now, I sat down with a criminologist to get a better understanding of how this works.
Whenever somebody says, well, I met him or I met her at church, and therefore it must be somebody that's safe, right? So the reality is that, you know, we don't know what we don't know about people sometimes.
A police affidavit obtained by Fox 4 Monday describes unusual interactions between 32-year-old Matt Lau and the victim beginning about a year before his arrest. Police say the victim tried out for a volleyball team Lau formed that practiced at the Christian Center of Mesquite, where his father was senior pastor. Detectives say over the next several months at the church and elsewhere, it escalated from sexual conversations to sexual contact. The affidavit says at some point Lau began discussing how to kill someone, saying, quote, he always had an assault rifle, pistol, and knife on him, and more than once hugged her and, quote, ensured that her hands touched his gun during the interaction.
When you have an adult that is not only trying to be a predator towards her innocence, but also using a weapon in order to be able to ensure that she does as he pleases.
Police say among the evidence they seized was an iPad with an artificial intelligence-generated note titled Hypothetical Counter-Influence Plan that outlines a step-by-step plan to emotionally influence the minor. It includes steps like stabilize and strengthen her and plant gentle doubts. Police say the plan was consistent with grooming characteristics.
Look, I think that once artificial intelligence became accessible to the public, we criminologists began to be concerned because we thought that it could be weaponized in order to victimize individuals.
Alex Del Carmen, a criminologist, says parents need to keep up to date with the changes in technology.
And I think what we see in this case is a clear example of how artificial intelligence can be manipulated, can be used in order to be able to engage in a criminal offense of this nature.
In a statement, the Christian Center of Mesquite said Lau was not an employee of the church, but it is reviewing its policies due to allegations grooming occurred at its facilities. The church says Lau's father, senior pastor Kevin Lau, has resigned, though he has not been accused of any wrongdoing. Del Carmen says it's a reminder to have tough conversations with your children.
So I think it's important to keep those lines of communication open and also to be a little invasive. And I hate to say that, right? But as a parent, you have the right to be able to find out what it is that your child is doing. And sometimes that leads to really difficult conversations.
Well, Lau was arrested and has since been released on bond. Police say that he had previously worked at Pioneer Technology and Arts Academy in Mesquite. They're asking if anyone has any information or other allegations to reach out to them. Back to you guys.
Yeah, so that's crazy that he was using AI to get her or to I guess coach her into or groom her into being with him in that way, using emotional like prompts and whatnot to get over on that side of her to make her feel comfortable with being with him. What's your thoughts on that, Plug or Souls?
AI plan to manipulate a minor.
Hypothetical counter influence plan.
How much of this is going on a daily basis?
It's got to be a lot. I'm
I
a,
think
I'm
a
a,
lot. Yeah.
Like how much of this is going on a daily basis, and not just in the sense of grooming them to be uh, a slave, or they grooming little killers. I don't know, man. This is weird. Like, folks are weird. This is go ahead, bro.
No, I mean, I agree. I agree with you on this, man. I agree. For everything that's meant for good, there will always be some evil in it. You know what I mean? That's just the life we live in, man. I feel like he had to, it goes on because you had to hear it from somewhere. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
nothing just falls out of the sky. Like, nothing just, oh, I'm gonna create this plan, and this is what and we're gonna talk about it from today and tomorrow. Today it'll be from a different standpoint. But with that being said, I mean, it's out there. It's heavy. Um, think about it, man. People don't even care about like being registered no more or nothing. Like, you can go on YouTube right now and just find pages where people like set people up and find these people who do these predatory things, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's becoming such a norm, man. It's like people don't like to admit to it, man, but like majority of people are profiting off of tragedy. Like,
So
I mean,
ask this
even
question.
yeah, go ahead.
Ask this question. Like, why don't anybody interview these? These are the people that need to be interviewed. Like, to really ask them, like, what was you going through? Why would you do this? Because I know this is the first time someone's been caught for this, but it goes down on a regular basis, bro. And it's things of even hate speech.
Yeah.
Because I was raised in that. A lot of hate speech. You know what I'm saying? And that stuff, it lingers with the child into their later years. You know what I mean? Just little innuendos that you just shoot at them. That's a portion of grooming as well. Especially if I would call it grooming if you're grooming, like, it's different when you're trying to inspire a child. But kind of thwarting their minds to be negative, to do negative things, to be violent. You know what I mean? It's something to teach self-defense and teach violence. You know what I mean? Like, dang, man, I wonder how much this.
Yeah, it's an even heavier conversation when you take it from what you just said. Like, and we can probably make this more than 2 days now. Like, because when you think about just the word grooming, right? Like you said, it's not always in a sexual manner, or it can be a cultural thing. It can be generational type grooming. It can be like, when you think about it, like, what we do every day could possibly groom someone. You see what I mean? That's why sometimes what we say is more important than it's like, it's very important of what we're trying to actually what me and you talked about is like what we're putting out there. You know what I mean? Like, in my city, I show like it's a lot of history in my city where like they groomed us to be strategic and to gather together in those hidden areas where you can get things done and understand the power structure of things. So like, I just think grooming can look in so many different ways, and it could come out to be a positive, or it can come out to be a negative. But in this case, it's definitely a negative, man. AI playing, that's crazy. In Mesquite, Texas, too.
The question that comes to my mind, and y'all may not necessarily have an answer for it. Souls may have an answer for it because of him being in the mental health field. Do you think that when it comes to this grooming and manipulation and whatnot, is it more so the fact, does the person that's doing it get off on the fact, when I say get off, or get satisfaction from the fact that they are manipulating somebody, or is it the enact, the actually getting with that person? Is it the fact that the process of doing it, or is it the enact of finally getting that person to do what they want them to do?
It's probably a mixture of both.
Yeah, it's definitely.
It's definitely a mixture of both, because I think, it's just like any type of mix addiction, right? Like people who have addiction with that type of stuff, right? It starts off as like, just maybe you have a bunch of women partners, and then before you know it, you start to get more loose with your decisions. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Yeah, you start becoming, like you said, deviant, and then before you know it, you become what they call like a voyeur, right? Somebody who might be doing whatever in the car now. Like it's not even about being with a person. It's about you just getting whatever you need to get out. You know what I mean? Like it's deep, man. It's very deep.
Yeah.
It's deep. But yeah, great segment, man. Great segment.
All right, y'all. That was On the Radar with Brain. If y'all are catching this on the rewatch, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe and leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think.
Sovereign got Alabama grace all in the spirit. Georgia roots in the soul every time you hear it.
All right. Y'all already know what time it is, man. We just got done with the Radar with Rain, and there's no other way to go than the real spill with Plug.
Real spill for tonight is timing. Timing is one of the most important or the most underrated forces in life. The right decision at the wrong time can produce the wrong result. Sometimes we think we failed when in reality, we're just early. Sometimes, or other times, we think we're ready, but timing exposes that preparation hasn't caught up with our ambition. Timing teaches patience without stealing your passion. A seed planted in the wrong season doesn't stop being a seed. It just won't grow. But when the season changes, what looked dead suddenly begins to flourish. That's how life works. Don't confuse delay with denial. Some opportunities come too soon to appreciate, and some blessings come later, because later is when you'll be able to know how to protect them. Success without maturity can become self-destruction. Wealth without discipline disappears. Influence without character becomes dangerous. Timing also demands discernment. Knowing when to speak is just as important as knowing what to say. Knowing when to move is just as valuable as knowing where to go. Every opportunity isn't your opportunity, and every open door isn't your door. The greatest athletes wait for the right opening. The greatest investors wait for the right market. The greatest leaders know when to act and when to be still. So, if you're in the season of waiting, don't waste it. Build your character, sharpen your skills, strengthen your faith, and prepare your mind. Because when the moment finally arrives, timing won't matter if you aren't ready to meet it. Real spill. Timing doesn't just reveal opportunity, it reveals preparation. Be patient enough to wait for your season and wise enough to be ready when it comes. I'm Uncle Plug. This is Real Spill. Choose wisely and act accordingly.
Man, my boy been on fire, bro. I'm straight. I don't even think a lot of people be paying attention, man. Yeah. Man, can you read that? I think it was the first line that said, you could be too early.
The right decision at the wrong time can produce the wrong result. And sometimes we think we failed, and in reality, we're just early. Other times we think that we're ready, but timing exposes that our preparation hasn't caught up with our ambition.
Man, I live that every day. That's my life every day. I love that, Plug. I love that. That's my life
Take
every
that
day.
and post that on your Instagram or on your do a post
Yeah,
on.
like that is powerful. That is powerful. Like I don't know how many times I have contacted Plug or Rain, and I could show y'all something the next day, like 24 hours later. Like, bro, look, the thing that was just judged is being done right now. Like it's like I think 2K said it on his show like last week. He said people think you're crazy, but you're just too early. Like you see it, you see things before other people see things. So like, man, that amazing, y'all, man. Shout out to Plug, man, for timing, man. I think that's amazing, man. Before we move on to the next section, I'm gonna let Rain get through some of these chats, just because this next topic is definitely gonna have the chat rocking in just a second. So here we go.
Penny said, keep your kids safe, people. They got manuals out here for pedos. Penny said, AI ethics is a joke. We wasn't ready. I agree with that, Penny. I think all that is ahead of what we were expecting. Penny said, senior pastor. Yep. Be the ones. Mario said, did she just say it was interesting? Penny said, oh, he need a reservation with the gasoline draws too. Two for not raising him right. Mario said 100 Penny. Penny said money over morals. Penny said, no, why bond? He said, no. I-90 said, it's weirdos out here, shaking my head. Muriel said the mom should have gotten a smaller bond.
Oh, yeah, she told me, yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Penny said, like and subscribe, chat, and feel free to contribute with a comment. Yeah, we like when y'all talk to us. And become a part of the family. Hit subscribe and catch every conversation.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So as we're talking about this, man, we're over here speaking about grooming, things of that nature tonight. So we're going to move into segment number 2, man. And I posed a question on the thumbnail tonight. Is the lack of men creating hardship that most women can't see? So we're going to talk about this in segment number 2. So here we go.
You're not rocking with the realest podcast in the room. No middleman. Souls. Soft rain. Uncle Plug. Let's go. No middleman.
Now we got to talk for a little minute. So the internet going crazy about this grown lady, 36-year-old, shooting a 20-year-old man in the head for hiding under her daughter's bed. We finna talk about that, and I'm finna break it down for you. Okay, long story short, short story longer. Let me tell you something. First of all, the daughter, 13-year-old girl, she been sneaking boys in the house, in and out. Now we can tell that this is a broken home because we don't hear from the father. With that being said, the daughter gonna sneak boys in. You feel what I'm saying? While the mom's at work, you feel me? She been doing that. So the mom said, next time I see a dude in here, anybody sneaking in my house, I'm gonna put that fire on them. You feel me? Straight up. So the girl invite the boy over at 1 o'clock. You feel me? 1 o'clock in the morning. The mama's still at work. She got off work. You feel what I'm saying? Banging on the front door. You feel me? She came in the front door. He's talking about, who in my house? And to find Rodarius, the 20-year-old, under the bed. You feel what I'm saying? Now this way it get wicked. So the mother tells the boy to leave the house. You feel me? Get your shit and get the fuck out. You feel what I'm saying? 20-year-old boy grabbed this shit. You feel me? Walking out the house. You feel me? While the mama walking behind him. You feel me? As she walking out the door, they both hit the front porch. Boom, boom, boom. She shot the man in the back of his head. Now we finna get to this. Now we got a lot of people saying that, oh, she right. We got a lot of people saying, yeah, man, she's free her. Hell no, nigga, keep that bitch locked up. Swear to God. Reason why? Because I'm going to tell you, because people don't think before they act. You feel what I'm saying? People don't think before they act. And that's what gets them fucked up in the long run. And that's what's going to get a lot of people fucked up in the long run, because y'all don't think. And the internet showing me, and it's telling me that y'all don't think by y'all responses. Cairo, get your ass over here. I can't even whistle right now. Dog always trying to run away. But back to the true crime. So boom. Reason why I say don't free her, because at the end of the day, she could have handled that situation a little bit better. You feel what I'm saying? I know I'm gonna get a lot of clash about this, but at the end of the day, I'm not justifying old boy rights. I'm not justifying him being 20 years old messing with a 13-year-old. I'm not justifying that. I'm really mad of how she handled the situation. You feel me? That's what bothered me. You feel what I'm saying? It's a million things you could have done to prevent you going to prison for first-degree murder. You feel what I'm saying? With that being said, I'm gonna name some things that you could have prevented, that you could have did. You could have pistol whipped the man. You feel what I'm saying? chill. But you could have, you feel me, put the hands on him. You could have called somebody else. You could have held him there until the police came. You feel what I'm saying? But let me go ahead, straighten this out. You didn't even, before you shot him, you didn't even check his ID. You didn't even know how old he was. So you just shot somebody not even knowing their age. You feel what I'm saying? The police had to find out his age by checking his ID once they checked his body. So yeah, that's how they found out he was 20. Let's go ahead and get that in the clear. So he looked like he could be about 15, 16. But at the same time, you feel me, at the end of the day, you got to look at who the problem and who the problem. The daddy ain't in the household. You feel what I'm saying? You at work and your daughter been doing this. You feel what I'm saying? And you just up the pistol. Like I said, it could have been many ways you could have went about this. You could have called the police. You could have did this. You could have did that. You could have did this. You feel what I'm saying? But now you gonna get yourself locked up. So it get to the point like, who gonna defend your daughter now? Because you took it upon yourself to kill somebody, to shoot a man in the back of the head. Now that's fucked up. That's fucked up. And I don't. You feel me? I'm not gonna sit here and be like, that's justifiable, because I'll be damned. Don't shoot me. You could have shot me up under the bed. You could have shot me when I was in the house. You could have shot me when you was looking at me in the face. Don't shoot me when my back turned. That let me know, man, come on, bro. I don't give a care what nobody say, what nobody feel. No, the dude was wrong for being 20 years old, sneaking in the house with a 13-year-old. But at the end of the day, the mama was wrong for shooting that man in the back of the head. And she had multiple reasons and multiple things that she could have goddamn did to avoid that. Now you locked up. Your daughter was like, now she, what? We know the father ain't in her life, because if he was, she wouldn't have been in that predicament, and the daddy would have been in the house, and the dude would never came over there. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's like, it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me how people be like, oh, she ain't wrong. She ain't wrong. She is wrong. I don't care. She is wrong. There's plenty of ways you could have went about it. There's plenty of ways. You feel me? Plenty. So at the end of the day, they both wrong. Period. Better yet, all three of them wrong. Everybody in that little circle wrong. Yeah. And I'm going to keep it straight like that. I don't take no sides.
So
he from Florida.
You feel me?
You feel me?
So very eloquently put. I was trolling Rain earlier because, of course, y'all know I already watched the video. So but I wanted to also do almost like little mini experiments from here on out on No Middleman. Is that like there is always someone who thinks like you. Regardless if the disagreement is loud, there's always someone on the other side that agrees with you. And that's one of the things that I'm learning very quickly, is that others might be loud, they might can talk faster, they might can say it better, but there's always someone on the other side that feels and thinks like you. So there's never a wrong answer. Never. It's just whatever answers that sounds good for you. So that's why I wanted to play that, because I didn't know what Rain was going to say today, but it worked out perfect for you because you have somebody who's adjacent to you. What is y'all thoughts about this? He hit on a lot about the hardships, right? If there was a man in the household. We did a whole series about we need to save the youth and talking about how men need to step up. No Middleman, I think we are going in the right direction. We have everything's kind of lining up in these conversations. So
go first, Rain. Hey, Rain, you got some redemption. Go, do you think?
Hey, he made a lot of sense. He spoke logic. There was 3 wrongs in this situation. She chose. He said everything that I was like, okay, so she shot him in the back of the head, so she could. She had a good shot, right? To hit him in the back of the head. Could she not bust him in the kneecap or the ankle or something, and then call the law? I mean, I'm not in that situation, so I don't know, because she acted in the heat of passion. If I was to come home and catch a grown man up under my daughter's bed, I'm telling him to get out and call him the law. I'm snatching him up. He would have left everything there that he owned. You don't own nothing else in this house. You getting up out my house, and I'm calling the law. Now, if you pose a threat to me while you're in my house, now that's a totally different story.
A Attorney souls. That's a good way to go, Rain.
Totally. If you threaten me while you're in my home, totally different story. Totally different story. But in that situation, with that being said, in that situation there, depending on what transpired with me finding you up under my daughter's bed, etc., that's you're making your future. If you go quietly, I'm still calling the law. But if you don't go quietly, um, things will happen. Because I gotta protect me and my family. If I'm the head of the household, obviously the daddy not there, so I gotta protect my family in that sense. So you come in here and you coming at me and you posing a threat to me is a different story than you just like getting from up under the bed trying to run away type deal. But I'm still calling the law regardless because my daughter know your name. Calling the law, we're gonna report this to the law enforcement. You're gonna get it going. I mean, whatever your future holds after that, as long as I know what I did in that moment, gets this situation taken care of, then I'm cool. And my daughter's probably getting her tail whooped too. In the meantime, because at 13 or 20, what you doing, little girl?
Mm-hmm.
What you got for this plug? The lack of a man creating hardship that women can't see.
See, that is definitely my ultimate issue. Is that so many men get mad when I say that we being weak are the problem. You want so much peace and you want so much, tranquility. You can't afford that. You can't afford that. You gotta weather these storms, playboy. Everybody, I'm trying to tell you, everybody too emotional these days, man. Men is just tender. Just tender. And sometimes you gotta endure some things, long suffering on some things, man, in order to keep your family or keep your kids safe. Because a emotional, irrational, bitter woman could you gonna end up getting a child now anyway. Whoever the dad is, he finna get the kid now anyway, because she got the other parent is gone. And men got to step up, man. Women got to see this, man, that this is very necessary. I need for y'all to see this. Women, you have to see this. Be mindful of the men you have children with, because that's a long-term situation. 10 years is a long time. 18 years is even longer. But that's a whole life y'all created. Y'all got to be mindful, man. And that man needs to be present. To be present is a gift. And the kids need their daddy, man. I'm telling you, kids need a man in their life, bro. I'm trying to tell you, man. That's why this life is unbalanced. That's why our culture is unbalanced.
Yeah.
So for the topic, I have nothing for what Buddy said, because I can neither agree nor disagree. You know what I mean? Because in that moment, that woman did what she did because of what's happening. And the father would definitely act away just like that woman did. But the lack of a man is creating hardships that most women can't see. You need to make sure that you're making the right decision having that child with whatever man you're having that child with, because the lack of that man being present is detrimental to them kids.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to word it that way, just talking about like the hardships that a lot of because once we normally talk about like separation or divorce or the first thing we go to is like child support. We always go to the monetary side of the hardships, and we never think about these hidden things that could come up, that those one-offs, right? Like, man, if a father was there, would this be different? Would this little girl know how to feel to be loved by a man and not have to go seek it from an external source of an app or or have somebody, you know, grooming her from electronic device. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't think about those moments. We think about just, oh man, I'm gonna be on child support, or oh man, like we never think about these hidden moments. But I do have another question that came to my mind when I first seen this. How do y'all feel about women having lethal matter, like lethal sources of like a gun, or like, do you feel like women need that, or should women have
Yes.
less lethal, like pepper spray, taser?
Hell
If she's
yeah, they.
trained and can use an efficient, I'm sorry, go ahead, Bud.
No, baby girl, go.
If she is trained and can use it efficiently and knows the ins and outs of the safety issues with firearms, and knows how to clean her firearm, knows how to use it effectively, and not just aiming like anywhere, knows what to do with it, absolutely.
Do you feel like this was a scenario that was used correctly though?
No.
Okay. And do you feel like the woman at Walmart used it correctly?
Woman at Walmart.
That had the 63-year-old man that died?
No.
I'm just asking. I'm just using like
there's a responsibility comes with gun ownership, and that comes with a user. You know what I'm saying? So of course, logic goes out the window when you're in those high emotional like type, situations. Logic sometimes will go out the window, so as a responsible firearm owner and user, you have to make sure you maintain that somehow. Because at the end, on the other side of that, if you do choose to discharge that weapon, a life can be lost. And that responsibility is on you. Whether you're defending yourself or whether you're just negligently, is that a word? Being negligent and just pewing off everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as a firearm owner, you have that responsibility. You have that, you have to protect yourself, yes, but you also have that responsibility of what you do with that gun.
Of being responsible. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
That's why you asked. That's why you asked that, because a very emotional being is holding that firearm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I know exactly why he's asking.
Yeah, because that's the first thing I thought about. Like the men should almost be replacing that lethal form that you need, right? Or getting you into some self-defense classes or things of that nature. But I pulled up some data in 2024 nationally. They did a national representative study for adults with firearms access. They found that 91.7% reported they never used a firearm defensively during their whole lifetime. Like, even think about that. So over 90, the other 9.3% that are using their weapons aren't even probably registered gun owners. It's the worldwide violence we see, right? The horrible use of weaponry. It said, and then also in 2017, they did, that's funny that y'all said Pew. It's the Pew Research Center surveyed and found that 17% of current gun owners said they had used a gun to defend themselves, their family, or their property at some point in their lives. So only the studies back then, it was only 17% of people who actually even used their firearms to defend themselves in like an area that was considered like hostile or things of that nature. So just something to think about when you think about, who should have firearms, why you need them. Are you actually going to be able to use it in the right manner if needed? I think lately we're starting to see that social media, we can see so much now. I think we feel more danger than we actually encounter.
Yeah.
I think people move so emotionally now because like everything they see. So now when I get out and I feel threatened, I go into like the worst case scenario because that's all I see.
Damn, you good, boy. You is good, boy. You is good. That boy good.
Like I really feel that. I feel like we have been groomed, because we're talking about grooming. We have been groomed to think the worst case scenario without even having any type of like common sense or logic. Like we already pulling out the weapon to do all these things because just last week the girl was on the subway and the man stabbed her in the neck. So like now you ride a subway, somebody stands up and you go right into attack mode because it's PTSD. It's PTSD. We know it's real, right? It does happen. Like, but I really feel that's why I asked that question about do we feel that women really need these forms of protection in the world and society that we're currently being groomed into, because the stats even show you that 91% of registered firearm owners don't ever use their firearm. So think about that. Like that's a very high percentage. That
I've never had to use mine.
I said that the other day.
I haven't really carried in a while either. There was a point in time where I carried every day. Like anytime I went out, well, not to my job, of course, because I can't do that. But like when I went out into the public, and I think it was more at the heightened part of COVID because everybody was like on edge all the time. And I felt that uneasiness. But now that it seems to have slacked up, I don't feel the need to carry as often. But I have gone to the range though. So Comedy Kid, welcome in. He said this is premeditated, excuse-driven generation.
I had just said this the other day. I was like, man, I say I never felt so safe in this area. I'm like, now this is probably the safest place I've ever been in my life. I say I've never felt this safe. I like sometimes I got it with me and I'd be like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, bro, like I say, you care? They're like, yeah, I care. I'm like, why? He's like, I don't know. I think it's habit. I said, yeah, it's just habit. Cause like, bro, this is Disneyland. Shit is safe. Boy, it's the safest place on earth. You know I mean,
and I know that anything can happen at any time, anywhere, really. I know that. But two, I make sure I don't put myself in situations like getting gas after dark or, running to the store after dark when I know I can do that during daytime, when it's light outside. So two, being safe in that way too, we have to have discretion whenever we're out in the public as well. And always keep your head on a swivel. Always make sure you know what your surroundings and what's going on around you as well. Just like when I go to the restaurant, if I'm by myself or with a group of people, I don't like to sit with my back to the door. I've always been like that. So it's different folks, different strokes, different folks. So, unless I'm with somebody
that was going to change, right?
Unless I was with somebody who was providing my cover. What did you say?
Providing your cover? What are you on, Chicago PD?
Being a cover for me. Mike said, I've been coming, but I don't read none of my comments. It is because I'm white and I'm good looking white man. That shouldn't make a difference, but it seems to. All right then, Mike. Confidence.
You been here before, Mike? You been before, Mike?
He said he been here before, but I guess he don't put any comments in. Penny said,
oh.
That's what I'm getting from the comment that he just had. Penny said, is it the lack of men or the poorly chosen man that gets consistently chosen is the issue? Penny said, oh, and we feel you, homie. Laugh out loud. Penny said, this man got a teacup puppy whistling like it's a Rottweiler. I did think that a big dog was going to come. Wait. Penny, you wow. I did
read that again.
This man got a teacup puppy whistling like it's a Rottweiler.
So really sit with that for a moment and think about that. Like think about it. Like, but think about that's what makes this so dangerous. Like me and Plug, I was talking to Plug yesterday. This is what makes this so dangerous. Because the same person that could come off like that is at home walking a teacup puppy. Like think about that doesn't mean nothing, but I'm just saying like it almost doesn't.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean, bro. We're getting all this hard advice from somebody with a.
It might have been his ladies.
Put your soft ass down.
Wait.
Come here, boo boo.
Jen said, "Little Penny, you feel me? No." Jen said, "Answer the man so he can stop asking." Penny said, "The problem is he don't know castle law in Texas, bro. She was within her right, just not outside from behind. So I can't get down with his logic." Jen laughing. Muriel said his logic is flawed because the only thing she did wrong was not pew him while he was looking at her and in the house.
But see, I won't say his logic is wrong. I think he's speaking from a place of someone who might feel they're more emotionally intelligent, or they feel like they can handle situations a little bit better. Kind of like what I feel like. I think that's what makes this stuff so good, right? It makes it like you can have a conversation. Like you can really have a conversation with him because he feels that this person went overboard. You know what I mean? And some people might feel like it's not true, but it could be true in other people's opinion. You know what I mean? Like when you take that stat of 91.7% of people who has a gun never used it, you might say she went overboard, right? Like when you think about the numbers, you know what I mean? So I definitely I won't say his logic was flawed. I don't.
But we don't know what conversation was being had between the two
the midst
as
of
he
it,
was walking out, as he was walking out the door.
Oh, we don't.
You know what I mean?
Rodarius could have been somebody she messed with. We don't think about that. He's 20 now.
Penny said, "Nope. If she didn't shoot to kill, she would have got worse sentence. He can sue."
The one thing about it.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Penny said he was a threat in the house since he SA'd the daughter.
I ain't hear that part yet. That's why I ain't bringing. I don't know about that one, Penny. I don't know if he SA'd. That's why I ain't.
Because if it was consensual, then
I don't think I don't know per law. I don't know if a 13-year-old could consent to that. But,
can consent? No.
No.
Anything
Muriel
16,
said.
17 can't consent.
Muriel said, "Real talk, Penny. You have to shoot to kill. Pew to kill." Jen said, "Threat to my child is the same as a threat to me. Pull it." Jen said she ain't. Jen said, "And the daughter had to learn the fast life somewhere."
That is true. That is true.
Penny said, "You was in fear of your life after seeing a grown man in the middle of the night leaving the room of a minor that don't live in my house, and you a female. Nope.
And just to answer y'all question, 16-year-old is in many states the age of consent, 17-year-old in some, and then 18-year-old in others.
Okay.
That's what I said.
Penny said, "And my bet is she had that pew on her win."
And there is also something called the Romeo Juliet exception for close in age, even if that person is like older.
Okay. Mira said, "It's not that we." Go ahead.
They had to make that because it was so many mothers that didn't like men that the little girl was dating. They was both 17 and the boy turned 18 before the daughter turned 18.
Gotcha.
And she put the laws on them, and that ruined a young jit life.
Mira said, "It's not that we can't see the hardships, it's that we have to deal with the hand that was dealt to us. Sometimes these fathers don't want to step up, and so we have to try to find positive male influence."
Okay.
Penny said, "No registration needed in Texas." LaDanian? LeBron? Did I say that right? Welcome in.
LaDanian. So it's
LeBron.
LeBron James and LaDanian Tomlinson all together.
All right, then. They said, "Oh my God, they're saying y'all are the police." Penny said, "Better need it and to have it than not to have it and need it."
Yeah.
Muriel said, "When everyone in the state can carry just like you carry, I find that it's a safer environment." Muriel said, "Yep." Penny said, "Muriel, yes, ma'am."
What's up?
Big Sko is in the building. He said,
Shout out to Sko, man. Congrats on your CCL too, man. Congrats, man.
All right. Sko said if his back was turned, castle law will not work.
And he knows.
Penny said he's speaking from the teacup puppy whistling.
I'm telling you though, I will tell y'all that black lady, if y'all get an opportunity, she got a white attorney who's really bringing in a lot of nuances. So we'll see.
Mira said, "Not my daughter. I'll be singing R.I.P."
R.I.P.
Sko said he was 20 and she was 13. The age for consent is 16 to 18 years old, and in some states it's 15. Richard, he said, or the fear of prison, what scares people? If people think deeper, they not scared of no gun. Sko said, and it's not castle law because he was invited into the home.
Yeah, that's what. And the daughter didn't. It was crazy, man, because it's gonna be a lot here. Like the daughter, like even made a statement saying all this stuff about her mother. Like it made it sound even worse than, you know what I mean? Like almost like you don't even have the protection of your daughter, of you protecting your daughter. So it's very unique.
Richard said, no matter what the law says, people should discern what's right or wrong, not a rule book.
I agree with you, man. Welcome in, Richard. Welcome
in,
big dog.
That's deeper than it was said. Like real talk.
Yeah. Penny said a minor can't invite the man into the home.
So it's a lot. It's a lot here. I think it's going to be a lot, and I think that's what's going to make this very interesting. Again, hopefully, Rain and us, we stay in tune with what's going on there. But I think it's going to be very good, man. So great segment number 2. Now we're going to move into segment number 3, and we're going to start getting into grooming here. So here we go.
Yeah. You're not rocking with the realest podcast in the room. No middleman. Souls. Soft Rain. Uncle Plug. Let's go. No middleman.
No middleman.
So shout out to segment number 3. Segment number 3, man. We're gonna get into some very deep stuff throughout this series. It's gonna be a great series for you guys talking about grooming, and we're gonna get into segment number 3 of generational grooming. I think a lot of times when we think about grooming, there's so many methods that it could come through. But let's see what this young lady has to say while she's eating her fine dining. So let's see right here.
The women in the black household, they groom you to be a certain way, and then they demonize you for being exactly who it is that they created you to be. So it's like, y'all telling me I'm not grown. Y'all telling me to stand in child's place, but yet y'all not treating me like a child. But yet I have to do grown things. Yet I have to, physically do certain things myself because the adults in my life are not doing it. But then y'all telling me to stand in child's place. So how can I stand in child's place, but yet I don't have any childlike responsibility? It's not making sense here. Y'all not making it make sense. So, yeah.
So just to avoid the copyright there, she was saying that there's kind of what Plug was saying earlier. There's a lot of times where grooming happens generationally, or it also happens within your home without you even knowing it, right? You're asking someone to be a child, but you're treating them as an adult. Like in this case, you have a 13-year-old who's at home watching your children, but then you're treating her as a child in certain scenarios or certain areas of their life. And she talked about that there's a lot of mothers, and that she even experienced it, that, hey, you're telling me one thing, but you're showing me another. And
every day.
And that's where like the grooming starts, right? Because grooming is not just someone having to say certain things to you, actions. There's a lot of different forms of grooming, which we'll discuss throughout this series. But I thought it was very neat of what she was saying about we're asking these young ladies to be a certain way, but we're showing them a whole nother way. So what is y'all thoughts on this about the generational grooming?
Most mothers show their children manipulation at its finest. They and most mothers show their sons a very feminine approach on life. Because if you tell him to exhibit male attributes, he's going to say, how? Because you can tell him to be tough, or you can tell him to be assertive. You can tell him to be certain things, but he doesn't know. He's only been on the planet for so long. I mean, you know, he's only been here for X number of years, so he doesn't have that example. So when he doesn't get the answer that he looks for, he's looking somewhere else for that answer. And then that example may not be that. Just like that woman, you're showing what they've seen is you be a certain way, either with their father or with their brothers or even with your own brother. But they don't really know. You haven't really taught them how to be a woman. You haven't really taught them how to be a wife. You haven't really taught them how to be the individual that you assume. Most people might say in their mind while they're explaining something to that child, and in their mind, it makes sense to them. That child is completely confused. And just to get away from the conversation, they would nod and agree and walk away and not have any fucking clue of what you just told them. It's too much of that going on. Most people wasn't taught how to teach the ones that they're teaching.
Yeah.
Everything comes with directions and instructions. Most people give instructions, no directions. Most people give directions, no instructions. It's not the same thing.
Yeah.
You may think it's the same thing. It's not the same thing. I could tell you, open that door. You walk up to the door, don't know what to do. All right, just grab that knob, turn it down this way. Okay, boom. Now that was direction with instructions. So most don't know. They don't know. And just to get away from the conversation, because they know they're not going to get the answer that they're seeking, they just nod and agree and walk away with nothing but utter confusion.
Yeah.
It's their responsibility to say, if you have brothers, to say, hey, I need you to come over here and talk to my son. I need you to come over here and talk to such and such. Maybe you can explain it better. Maybe if we tag team this, even if you don't have a man in the house, you at least have a brother, somebody who can help you explain it better. And I think the way she was saying that, that's manipulation, because what you're seeing, you're saying, I want you to stay in a child's place. Then how am I know what grown folks talk about? How am I know what they talking about? Because 9 times out of 10, y'all ain't talking about shit. Y'all ain't talking about nothing. Like, real talk. Like this is worse than, I think it's worse than just grooming. It's something where it's neglect. It's information neglect. Because a lot of this stuff that we be talking about, man, like, I think a lot of it just go over people's heads. They have an idea what we're talking about and we having a conversation, but I think it goes completely over their head. Because a lot of things that we talk about, I be sitting there going, damn, that was insightful. I'm 46 years old. I did a lot of living. And it still be like, damn, that made me think for a second. Like, and I'm like, damn, but that's something I should have known already. So I wonder how many people that's maybe, younger, that have no clue of what's being said to them on a normal basis. Because most of them, that if you say their education level is low, they're reading at a such and such grade level. What are their comprehension skills?
Yeah. And shout out to Jada Love. Welcome in. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. Mm-hmm. That's actually going to be a part of our next. We're doing a series on grooming, and I just seen that actually came up about the roadblocks and the gaming. Gaming is another. Yeah, gaming is another
vessel,
or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, a conduit for these things that happen. And I think Plug is definitely correct. And that's why, words are very important. Even the word says to train up a child. It doesn't say teach a child, doesn't say raise a child. It says train up a child the way they should go. Because to train someone, you have to do all those steps he was just mentioning, right? You don't train somebody and just throw them the book and tell them to go do it. You have to demonstrate, imitate, and repeat. You know what I mean? Like the DIR method. So like I always tell people, it's very, very interesting. And a lot of, and that's why I say too, like we're in a very unique time now, right? Because I remember as a kid on holidays, sitting at the kid table, the adults are right there behind you. they talking a bunch of mess as well. But as a kid, we were so focused on our life and like having fun and being with your cousins. Like we didn't really partake in like the drama or hearing the messy talk. Now that we're older, more people like pay attention to what's being said. But when we were younger, we didn't really have those same type of struggles of like almost being groomed from a distance. And it's just very, very, it's just very, very interesting, man, especially that generational grooming. And that's why, you know, when we have these talks, we all always, you know, most of the time we can have 3 different perspectives on relationships and how life looks, because it's the way you were groomed, right? Like Plug always tell people, like, once he met my dad, he understood me better. Like once you meet the people in people's lives, you start to understand them better. You know what I mean? Like once I meet Plug Dad, I'll probably have a better understanding on like, oh, that's why I Plug this way. Like once you start to see how people were actually groomed to be who they are, and then also you can see, as for myself, I take the negative things and make sure I don't do those things.
He's listen. He's the man he's the man that I would want to be at his age. I'm a soldier. I need all this discipline I received. I need all the discipline.
So
I need all the discipline.
I will say this, as a daughter of a single mother, it was just me and my mom in the household. And my mom worked sun up to sundown. Well, actually, after the sun was down. I hardly saw my mom when I was coming up. She would be gone out the door before the sun came up. And when she got home, I had her uniform ironed for her second job. She showered, did everything that she needed to do. And she was out the door going to her second job. And I wouldn't see her no more until either the next morning or later on that night if I was still having to be up. So there was a lot of things that I didn't do that was childlike. I was grown because I cooked my own meals. I prepared her meals as well. I washed clothes. I cleaned the house. You know, everything that I did would have, I was her GM. And she was the CEO, you know, so that's the way for most of my childhood and preteen or teen life, that's what I saw. So, and that's what molded me to be who I am today. And I will say this, I wish, honestly, I would have taken a different route with going off and going to college, but no, I chose to stay in town and start working. I worked 2 jobs for the longest. I would work from 7 to 1 at one job and then go work from 2 to 11 at another job. I had my own place and everything. So I took on those traits that I saw whenever I was coming up. Mama worked. I worked. You know, I still.
Can I ask you a question, Ray?
Go
Can I
ahead.
ask you a question, Ray?
Mhm.
Is should we look at childhood as being a childhood carefree spirit and this, that, and the third, or is it preparation for being an adult?
There is a point in life where you have to prepare yourself to be an adult, because if I'm a child, from me coming in this world all the way up to 18, how do I know where does that preparation start? Somewhere it's got to be cut off. If I'm a child, if I have childlike responsibilities, or I'm a child, period, from 0 to 18 years old, I'm gonna go into this world lost. So somewhere along the line in there, like preteen or, 14, 15, 16, somewhere as a parents, we have to adjust and start teaching our children adult life, really, because if not, they're going to go in this world with no guidance, no financial responsibility, not knowing how to navigate adult circumstances. I believe if possible, the child should have a childhood, not necessarily carefree childhood, but know the responsibilities of life. But somewhere before, it's our responsibility as parents to prepare our child for the world, I feel. So somewhere along those lines, I don't know what age is best, but somewhere we have to teach our children responsibilities of adulthood. If not, they're
Right.
going to go into the world and fail miserably as adults, or get it wrong until they figure it out themselves.
Right.
And
So
maybe they won't even figure it out. They'll be a failure throughout their whole adult life and never have anything or never be successful. So it's our responsibility as parents to set our child up for this world
so
instead of
would it be
sending them out
best
there
if,
on
like,
their own.
what at what age would you start
Ooh.
showing your son your bills, like showing finances, showing your bills? Say, hey, let me show you these bills I pay, and let me show you exactly what I make. You know what I
I wouldn't
mean?
say
Like,
showing him exactly like what bills, how bills are done, like at 8, 9, 10 years old. But there's little ways you can teach them and start showing them what savings is, having responsibilities, and their job is in the house, having responsibilities in the house to get paid. Showing them how to invest. There's all kind of technology out here now where you can show them, hey, this is your account. This can go into savings, and you need to invest this money here. And A Boogie has started that he's 10 and he started that. He has an account and you can see where his savings are, what he can spend where, how much he has at a time, and investments as well. So it's never too early to start to show them the concept of what something is. But to get into technical stuff until when we start comprehending and really understanding what all involves, what goes on, then that's different. So I don't know. I guess that would have to evolve over time because you can
I would
teach
think I would think that
a
childhood I would
small
think that
concept.
childhood is preparation. I would think that childhood is in preparation for being an adult. Um, you can enjoy your life through your adulthood.
Yeah.
You can enjoy your life through your adulthood. So I think we start with the room, or as a little toddler, you putting your toys away, and
Yeah.
that's in preparation for cleaning your whole room. Now you're cleaning your whole room. Now I
Definitely.
give you another task, and these different tasks that you do have different monetary value, and then I show you exactly why I'm paying you this, because I'm showing you exactly what I'm getting paid and what I take care of. And that'll take a lot of the questions. Well, mommy, can we have such and such? Remember what I showed you about our finances, right? We only have only a certain amount to do such and such. And that shows them, oh, okay, I understand now, because you showed me how much you pay for the lights and the water and the bills. And hey, mom, that costs a lot. Yeah, the longer you leave the light on, that's how much money gets taken out, because that takes away from our fun time. So
Yeah.
showing them that actually prepares them for that.
Yeah.
You want to try to eliminate all them little annoying ass questions that they gonna ask you. So you're
Oh, I
gonna
don't mean,
want to,
mommy, how much money you got
yeah,
in your account? Enough.
see, be like, what's enough?
Enough.
Now he doesn't know. Now he doesn't know what enough is. He doesn't know
Yeah.
a monetary value, especially when you're dealing with a male. You're dealing with a
Mhm.
male. A male needs
Yeah.
to know. We operate by numbers. If I know I got a rack in my account, I know I can do a rack worth of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if that same rack is coming in next week, I would want to. It's all purpose. I don't know, man. I'd be dangerous.
It's all preparation. I get it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That's unique. That's unique. Because I would disagree. I think your children should live their life. They should enjoy their childhood. They shouldn't be worried about if I'm leaving the lights on, I'm affecting mommy and daddy's pockets. Like like, especially knowing your children. Some children are very like, let's say A Boogie for chance, if he's very protective of his mother. Once she gives him too much information, he now is worrying about things that only an adult should be worried
Should
about.
worry about. Yeah,
So
that's why I
like you don't like I don't think you need to even be as direct as showing it. I guess it's different because technology is taking over today, so it makes
Mhm.
parenting a little different. But in my upbringing, my dad just always gave us wisdom. Like my dad, like he never had to point it out, but my dad would always tell us, like, "Hey, son, you see how you never want for anything? Hey, I still want you to be better than me." Like, he didn't have to like explain to me what better looks like, or I just knew, okay, Now I have a daughter at 18 years old. My daughter should want for nothing. Like, so how do I manage that? I manage it. And like, even with my daughter now, she's 22 years old. And all I did was provide her basic knowledge and wisdom. Like, I never really showed her a bunch of stuff because they're still going to be children. Even when they're in their 20s, they're still children. Like they still asking you for money. Like they still need to borrow money. Like it's just one of those things, like being there as a supportive parent and allowing them to embrace. I'm all about growth and trajectory. Like, I'm always asking my daughter, like, hey, why aren't you doing X, Y, and Z? Like, not even saving, like, hey, why aren't you traveling the world right now? You have no kids. You have no, like, how about you go see Thailand and see if that's something you go, like I'm more about exploring, because when adulthood hits you, it's going to hit you. Like, it don't matter how much knowledge you got, how well you can save money. When the life hits you, it's going to hit. Like, it's good to be prepared, I guess. But I guess in my day of time, we were old, so compared to most of these people. But my dad just always gave us wisdom. And I remember everything my mother and father told me, not everything they did. Like, I remember the small nuances of, like, hey, I know what your daddy out there doing, boy. As long as he come home and take care of the house. Like, I remember that still to this day. Like, I remember those little sayings more than I remember, like, the actions of people. Like, it was like the little deposits, kind of what I said today, like the deposits, right? Truth is depositing. You know what I mean? I think when we start to try to make this reading rainbow world, oh, come, let me show you how to save money. Like, you're lying to them now, because they're only able to do that with your help. What are they going to do when they're only at Walmart because they couldn't get a job they wanted and they're making bare minimum? And now they're like, Dad, Uncle Floyd, you showed me to put 10% away, man. If I put 10% away, I got $10 left. Like, now it doesn't look the same.
Eat noodles. Eat noodles.
You know, but I think it comes with, it comes with the time. We do have a lot of technology now. Like, they have the little debit cards you can give your kids, and you can pay them for the chores they do and things of that nature. But see, my mom didn't allow us boys to do chores, and we didn't do that. We had roles in our house. Like, my mom would tell my sisters that hey, your brother now, they don't wash dishes. They don't do that. You do that. Like, that's how we were raised. Like, we didn't do
that was awesome.
Like, for real. Like, I made up my first bed at 18 when I went to basic military training.
I knew that shit was wrong, bro. I knew it was wrong. I knew it was wrong.
For real. Like,
man, you got me doing this domestic, man.
I'm telling you, my mom literally told me, like y'all know how kids have, like, we had chores and TV days, but the boys' chores were boys' chores, like yard work, take out the trash. Like, the girls had the dishes and cooking, and like, we didn't have those. Like, for real, like, we were like in a very gender specific house. Like, it was like, my sister would tell you, like, if you meet my sister today, she's the same way now. Like, she's gonna serve her brothers first, still to this day. You know what I mean? So, like, that's just how we were raised, with very, very strict.
I can't identify. I'm sorry. It was like structure. It was like a structure.
And I tell people that, and like, this is growing up think about that. That's why I tell people your environment matters to a certain extent, but what you're in every day matters the most. Like, we walked out into Afghanistan in the city, but our home was so Brady Bunch. You know what I mean? Like, even like, Plug got to see, even now, man, when we get together as a family, we're a family, dog. Like, 100 deep, a family. Everybody sitting around.
It's different.
Like, we don't have the type of outlook that other people got, but that doesn't mean we didn't see the bad. They just,
when y'all getting together again?
Let me know so I can show up.
Let me know when y'all getting again, because I need to get around some of that love. Man,
like,
I need to get around some of that, man.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
I miss my cousins, bro. I miss my cousins.
Like, that's why for me it'd be hard for me to have like certain conversations, because I'm like, I seen bad, but I also was given, like, my dad never gave us a curfew, but I knew not to come home late. Like, my dad never said, hey, son, you need to be in the house before. Like, but we didn't worry about that. My dad didn't have to tell me that I don't need to have every friend that I call a friend in our house because I never seen my dad with a guy friend. You see what I mean? My dad was confused with us. We got whoopings for borrowing video games.
Yeah, no.
Promise. My dad whooped his name was Calvin Willis. Take Calvin his game back. We got whoopings. We got beatings. We crying taking the video game back. Don't you ever ask another man for nothing. You don't ask no man for nothing. You don't borrow nothing from no man. That's how we were raised, dog. Like for real. Like for me, it's just yeah, like that's what I said. Like now, Grandpa Ted, he's soft. Like you know what I mean? But the Ted we had, like we in a football game. My dad had cussing us out from the stand. Boy, get your hands off your hip. You acting like a little faggot. Like that's how my dad was. Like for real, dog. Like for real. Like
I love that nigga, man.
We grew up around a men's band and a woman. Like it was separated. Like and everybody had their roles, and like it allowed me to make great decisions as I got older because I didn't have to figure out. I wasn't foggy on what roles look like. You see what I mean? Like Pug kind of said, like we're starting to confuse roles now. We're having debates about this now.
Yeah.
Like think about that. Like we didn't debate about that. Like there was no debating. Like me and Ted were watching WWE. Crystal and them in there. Cooking, washing dishes, washing clothes.
Corn.
Yeah, only thing we had to do all we had to do was walk them to the washateria. Or that's what we called it, the washateria, but some people call it a laundromat. We had to just walk. Yeah, we had to just walk. We had to do those things, like the protective things, the male, like go with your sister. Like I went out on every date my sisters went on, I went. My dad made me go on every date. I could tell you all my sister boyfriend names. They all had to feed me at every date.
God.
Hand on the Bible, everything. I went, my sister went to her prom. I was right there with them. Eating food.
Extra large fry, Coca-Cola. No, high C orange. And
hey, for real, like I was everywhere. Like that's how my dad did that. Like it was real old school. Like, okay, you courting my daughter, you courting all of them. There you go.
I will say this too. It's gonna be hard for
we see y'all chat. We apologize. I know.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for A Boogie to find a woman because he's gonna be looking for a woman that's like Mama. Because Mama makes stuff happen. Mama cook. Mama clean. And don't get me wrong, he does his roles.
Don't be shocked if he finds the opposite though.
He does his roles. He takes out the trash. You know, he does help load the washer. You know, and does
tired of you yelling at him.
Transfer clothes and stuff, and he puts his clothes away and he keeps his room tidy and stuff like that. But as far as like the woman's roles, as far as like cooking, washing dishes, laundry and stuff like that, cleaning the bathroom, stuff like now, don't get me wrong, he knows how to clean the bathroom, but with that being said, is Mama gets a lot done on her end. And I think that, you know, I think he's gonna be looking for Mama and a woman. You think?
I don't know. I don't know because you're doing everything so independently.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's gonna have more confusion than anything. It's gonna be a lot of confusion because, like, not on his part, but like. Because we don't live in that world today. Like what I grew up in, that's kind of what he's growing up in. Like he's watching two women take care of the home. So for him, he's gonna be like, why do I need to get up? Why are you asking me to go? Like those women are gonna be disturbing his peace. like for real, because like that's a hard. I'm telling you, man. Like my mom created a monster in me, man. Like because I didn't understand it. You know what I mean? And like I was blessed to get married at a young age because I was able to mold my ex-wife, right? I was able to mold her into what I needed her to be off of my experiences, you know what I mean? And the lack of her experiences, right? So like I was able to like, and she was so immersed in our family, she seen it too. So it wasn't second, it wasn't nothing new. You know what I mean?
Right. So she knew.
She knew how JJ, she knew how JJ got down. You know what I mean? JJ told her our marriage wasn't gonna work. You know what I mean? So like, you know, I'm like that's just the way we rock. You know what I mean? So it's just very unique, man. Very unique.
Muriel says she needed to be partnered better as well. If you have someone to look up to, you make better decisions. Penny said, not saying I agree with the time away from the house, but is it grooming or responsibility to watch your younger brothers and sisters when you're away? I don't think, like, I don't, when it comes to, like, say for instance, if I had another child behind a boogie, I would not put that responsibility on him to assist in raising that child, as far as like, you know, hey, your mama going to go do this, you need to watch your brother or sister. No, I've never agreed with that.
And
And you
Penny,
see,
I don't think grooming has to be intentional either. It could be
Mhm.
indirectly grooming, just out of your lifestyle that you live. Like, so even though it might be a responsibility to watch the kids, indirectly that could groom that child in a different manner.
Yeah. Muriel said that's why parents need to get babysitters from outside. My oldest never watched his siblings. He was a child. Penny says, see, but do you know these babysitters like that though? Muriel said, yes, I used my trusted friend's wife and their college age children who wanted to make extra money.
Shout out to JD, is it Jada Love? She was talking. We definitely gonna be talking about that Roblox thing for you. So if you back tomorrow, you check it out.
Yeah. Penny says sometimes it's the closest ones to the fam that be the predators. He said we provide too
Damn,
much.
man.
I knew they were gonna hit plug.
Man.
I knew that was gonna hit plug. I knew.
I'm telling you, man. Golly, man. Y'all stop. Stop, man. Damn, you can't trust nothing. God.
Penny said we provide too much access to our youth. Bridget said that stuff is on here, laughing but serious. Jada said they need to get it together before their platform gets shut down. Muriel said, as parents, it is important to talk to your children and always keep an open door policy for all their questions and concerns. I have preached that even at a young age with mine. Look, mommy, you need to talk to me. I can't do anything for you if you not telling me the whole situation. Muriel said, true, Penny, that's why you have to truly invest in knowing who you have in your circle. Jada said, it also can be the people closest to you. Penny said, facts, Muriel. Jada said, last school year, I heard it on the radio about Roblox. I was so mad. Plus, they banned Schlep. Jada said, let him back on the platform. Richard said, with peers, did you feel they were kids compared to you?
Who are you asking that to, Richard? Was it Plug or
Rain?
Rain?
For Rain.
Oh, okay.
For Rain.
With peers, did you feel they were kids compared to you? You talking about when I was growing up, Richard? Is that what he's referring to?
Yeah, when you growing up. Yeah, when you was growing up.
I no, because honestly, we all, most of the people the neighborhood that I was in, they were single parent homes. You know, we were all in just about the same boat. But my white friend and my two Hispanic friends, of course, they have the nuclear family, the mom, the dad, brothers and sisters. So, but unfortunately, on the black side of where I lived, most of those families around there were single parent homes. So we had to do what we had to do. Plug, what you laughing about? Huh? What you laughing about?
Don't mind me.
It's 8-year-olds in Africa playing major roles in the family.
Yeah.
Jada said, what if they are autistic?
Definitely can relate there, ma'am. Gotcha.
Yeah. Muriel said the preparation starts when they become teenagers. Before that, let that child be a child and get to experience childlike things. Penny said there's a lot of lost 0 to 18-year-olds with no basic skills. We are headed into a lost generation without Google or a cell phone.
That's very
My sentiments
true.
exactly.
That's very true, boy.
Muriel said, but we start our kids off with chores. Like my kids have chores. They wash dishes, they clean, they sweep them, they mop the kitchen. You know, that kind of stuff is teaching them responsibility. Richard said, I'll tell them at 6. Just make a comment. They'll get you and ask when they are ready. Muriel said, if you teach them to budget and how to save for every chore you do in my house, you get money. Then you have to save a percentage. Penny said, train up a child in which they should go, and when they are older, they will not
depart.
Muriel said, yes, Penny. Muriel said, I don't show my kids my struggle. They do not need to carry my burdens. Richard said, either he'll be lazy or want everything himself, go months without telling him to clean and see what he wants to do. Richard said, plug got elephant's memory. So does soul. Penny said, define grooming, souls.
I got you. I'm gonna let the big man, that's creating manipulation plans. Give me 1 second.
And then we do for Miles, we need to go over manslaughter and murder.
Yeah. So grooming is a pattern of behavior in which someone gradually builds trust, emotional dependence, or influence over another person in order to exploit, manipulate, or abuse them later. While the term is most commonly used in cases involving children and SA, grooming can also occur in relationships involving adults, such as domestic violence, financial exploitation, trafficking, and cult recruitment. So pretty much it's a pattern of behavior. Yeah. So it's a pattern of behavior in which someone gradually builds trust, emotional independence, or influence over another person in order to exploit. I wanted to bring this up that day, but everybody was going so deep into it. That's why I said interdependence is not good.
Mm-hmm.
But the conversation was getting all over the place. But that's what that's what happens, right? Like people think working together and but over time it's a pattern of a behavior which someone, you hear that key word? Someone, didn't say both people. Someone gradually builds trust, emotional dependence, or influence over another person. And that's usually what happens, right? That video we showed to you guys a week ago about the wife wanting to have the conversation with the husband about work. You see what I mean? Like over time, he groomed her to stay home and be a mom.
Yeah.
Like, why are you asking for all this stuff now? You're really pissing me off. That's what he said, right?
Yeah.
But she became dependent on him. That influence, that, and he was able to manipulate it. And some people would have called that verbal abuse, depending on how they see things, right? So all this stuff intertwines. All this stuff intertwines, man. That's why I said I'm a big component of having the full conversation and not taking certain things out of context to create your own narrative. I think we have to do better at like really having a full conversation, because there's so many things that you learn throughout life or your career or whatever your specialty is that implements a lot of these different things within it. Mario said there was no such thing as a boy chores or girl chores. They were children chores. Not in our house. Not in our house.
I agree the way you was raised up, bro. Real talk. I agree all the way through. I'm man. I think certain things you shouldn't be doing, bro. I think you should have I think you should be. You know how it's done.
Yeah.
You know how to. You should know how to complete that task.
I was the baby, right? I was a mama's boy, so I always watch my mother cook, so I can cook, because I always watch my mother. I watch my mother pour the Coca-Cola over the ham on Thanksgiving and let it coat up and get the sugar coating from the Coca-Cola. Like, I watch how she prepared things, but I also see my mom get up every day and drive to her mother's house and make certain food for her grandfather. I mean, for my grandfather, which was her father. Like, think about that. Like, I don't think people understand like how people are raised. Like my grandmother would call us to drive to her house just to bring the garden hose around the house so that the other side of the grass can get watered.
Hey, y'all come over here. So
Oh, she had that sprinkle. She had that sprinkler like this right here.
Yeah.
She had that sprinkler.
So she would so in the morning we would get up and go to my grandmother's house and cut it on in the front yard. And then mid-afternoon, y'all know they watching Young and Restless, One Life to Live, you know, all that stuff. Like she would call us back over there, and my grandmother would ask us to, now can you get, hey Joyce, can you bring the boys over to move the water to the backside? Yeah, I'm gonna pay them. My grandma paid you for everything now. She was very welcome. My mom, Gracie Hamilton, rest her soul. She ain't gonna ask you to do nothing for free, boy. She paid for everything. Yep, she paid for everything.
I can hear that right now.
Yeah, it was nothing.
Send them boys over here. I'll pay him.
She had that Buick Regal that never left under the shed. Looked like it never been drove.
Yeah.
Ooh, they still got it.
Yeah. My uncle had it at one point. I don't know if they still got it now.
Man, if
she
he
used to
got
have
it,
that.
tell him that.
She used to have that Humpty Dumpty in the window. Yeah.
What color it was? What color it was?
It was like a light blue.
Ooh,
that's sky blue color. Yeah.
I would have laid that. I'll go get it right now. Where is that?
Like for real. Then when you go to our hometown, if you look up so my grandfather owned a bunch of land on North Market. It's still there. And he used to rent out all the buildings for like people that did like tenants and like taxes and all that. So it was like a financial building. It was a black and yellow building. So Hosey Hamilton, man, that was my guy. But yeah, so everything was about money for them. So I had a very unique childhood, man. Very, very unique childhood, man. It was different from probably most. Like, even though we lived in the worst apartments, everybody wanted to come to our house all the time.
Yeah, Mama was the neighborhood mama. Mom Dukes. They called her Mom Dukes. Penny said it looks funny when me wearing faded pink socks because they can't do laundry. When men, Mira said exactly, Penny.
Nah, you watch the woman, they'll show you how to sort your stuff. And then you learn by your failures. Don't ever think it's a bad thing. You learn by your failures.
Mira said I was raised with a single parent and grandparent.
Yeah. And I think some men go get women because they're afraid to do it on their own.
Richard said I washed dishes maybe 4 times. Mostly my mom was teaching me to be considerate because she'll clean and I'll put 10 dishes in the sink. I felt that one.
See, Richard know.
Richard said, but yeah, my fanboys don't do dishes.
Yeah, see, I'm telling you, man. My fams, we don't do that, man. Still to this day, the men get served first. All types of stuff, man. We got a lot of written dishes, so
I do that when I'm cooking and whatnot. I make sure I make sure my baby gets served first, and then I'll sit down at the end and take care of me later, So.
It goes a long way. So we're gonna close it out with this last segment called Souls Talks. So as we have it here at Souls Talk, we're still talking about grooming, but we're talking about cultural grooming, and it comes from Wallow. I actually have an amazing video tomorrow. I think y'all are really going to enjoy it. It's from 21 Savage. So, but here goes Wallow talking about his experience of grooming.
So there is a scenario you talk about in the book too, Brenda.
Mm-hmm.
You were like 13 years old.
Go ahead.
And she was almost 30. Wow.
No, I wasn't 13. I was 17.
Oh,
She
you were
was 31.
17? Okay.
17 and 31.
All right, but she had been grooming you pretty much.
I ran up on her. I ran up on her, and she was in the way it really. I ran up on her. She's in a store, and then shot my shot, and it was on.
While you were in jail, you realized at the time it felt like you lit, and this happens a lot with young men.
Yeah,
you get with the older woman, and you feel like you're the man, but later on in life, you're like, was I taken advantage of?
Yeah.
And when you think about that now, how do you think? How do you frame that in your head?
You know what's crazy? It's wild. A couple years back, I was speaking at Charlemagne, the health thing he had, the mental health joint.
Mm-hmm.
And I spoke about something I said we don't talk about in our community, and it's crazy, and it's major in the Black community, pedophilia, right? A lot of times it's usually the older Black men dealing with the younger women. And a lot of women experience that on a high level in their communities.
Right.
And that's why there's a lot of trauma later on with relationships and things, because it's issues that never was dealt with. They never spoke to nobody about it. sometimes it got overlooked, and then I think a lot of times in our mind is encouraged. The aunt might be like, girl, you better go talk to him. He got money.
Or he got a car, or
He
he
get
got
money. So-
he got
so
a
the same-
job. He buying a
So
sneakers.
the same thing with a young guy, you like, damn, you winning. I'm the man. It can mess you up because you don't really know. You thinking you winning, sometimes you losing. Especially in our community, the women be taking it be destroying a lot of the sisters.
Right.
And because they don't talk about it. A lot of them don't talk about it, but you hear it a lot.
But so now that I'm asking you, how did you frame that? Like when you think about it now, today, when you were 17 years old, she was 31 years old. Like, how do you think that affected you? Because you wrote about it in the book, so it's got to be more to
It was deep because I'm like, damn, what happened? Because you don't know. And then I'm looking at it like, and I think what really made me think about it, but it's like the girls that was my age, they wasn't talking to us. They was talking to the older
guys.
girls.
Yeah.
So it was like, what the fuck was going on in the community? Because it was like all the girls that we liked, they wouldn't pay us no attention.
I was 15 with a 24-year-old.
You
They had no business doing that.
You see what I'm saying? So it was like, it was just deep. It was deeper than, and so I was just trying to break down, like put it out there. It's just like, yo, we got to be more on point with this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's.
So there you have it, man. I thought it was a great way to end the show talking about this area. Like I said, this I don't know how long the series is gonna go because I said 2-part. We probably can finish it tomorrow, but I think
let's run it, man.
Yeah, we might have a lot of
Keep it going.
Opportunities to talk about this, so we can finish off this topic. Just Wallow talking about the cultural grooming. And I do want to answer a little Penny before you guys give your thoughts. He said if he pursued, was it grooming? Grooming has nothing to do about who's the pursuer. If you think about that definition, right, it's all about the actions over time, right? It says grooming is just a pattern of behavior, which is someone gradually builds trust, emotional dependence, or influence over another person in order to exploit, manipulate, or abuse them later, right? So like, that doesn't mean Wallow went into that situation wanting to be manipulated or anything of that nature. He went in because he seen what he thought at the time was an attractive lady, and he jumped down on it. Now, I think the grooming comes. The reason why I would throw the grooming on her is because she should know better, right? Like when you heard that young lady, right? She was 15 with a 24-year-old.
That's fucking crazy.
But think about how that man will be perceived today. Like that was very normal. I won't say it was normal, but it was. We've seen people back in their time, like early 80s and stuff, and late like mid 70s, 60s, 70s. People got married like that. Like you'll see a young couple where the man might go get him a 16, 17-year-old woman. Yeah. So like even the music
for you, it'll never change. R. Kelly and Aaliyah, they got me.
So like when you think about that, I just feel like the cultural grooming is very strong. But how do y'all feel about this? Because he brought up a topic that we heard a lot from men, right? Women dating older men when they're in school or getting picked up from their high school from a dude who graduated 16 classes ago. You know what I mean? So like, how do y'all feel about what Wallow said and also the cultural grooming?
I can give you a scenario of why that happens.
Go ahead.
Okay. Some of those best times that young lady had was at that age. And then when she got to her age that she was at, and the men that was in her age, most men start coming into themselves and start earning and really understanding life around that 28 to 33 range. So now you're not getting that same attention. You're not getting that same young man vitality, that 4, 5, 6 times bite. You know what I mean? Because you got bills now, you got responsibilities now, you got your head ain't in the same place. You using the big head instead of the little head while you're doing whatever you're doing now. So now that joy that she felt, in a relationship was when she was that age. And I think that's what happens in the mind of that pedo, that's older man, that young lady that you couldn't achieve because they were dating older when they was younger. You want to go back to that time and capture. She reminds you, like you see when you see them shows where the dude captured a woman and say, "You remind me of Cynthia when we were in high school," and you're like, you know what I'm saying? But that's where their mind is at. That was that time where just get into the mind of a pet of a predator. You know what I mean? That's how you.
I thought you
that's how
say
you
get
catch
into a mind of a maniac.
They are maniacs. They are maniacs. You know, you could go find Cynthia now. Cynthia trying to date your age now. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happens. I think a lot of people try to live in that nostalgia. I think that's why a lot of people still watch anime, because at that time as a child, you had the best time as a child watching those Saturday morning cartoons that you just want to have that feel. You want that rush of teen spirit again. So that's what they do. So they try to revert back to a time when it was good, because now it's so hectic that being you grown now, you got responsibilities now, you got kids now, whatever your life may give you right now. So you just try to get that nostalgia back.
That's what I said on our last show when we were talking about age gap. No, we talked about that on the same roots, same soil, different roots. I think the age gap, where I think that some people who do date younger want that younger feeling. They want to continue to feel young instead of dating somebody their age or dating somebody older. They feel like keeping that young energy around them will make them feel young as well.
Do y'all think grooming can be unintentional?
Yeah.
Okay.
And them not really knowing what they're doing.
Habit forming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you trying to put somebody in, you trying to make somebody just like you. You want another version of yourself.
Some of the common tactics they call is like love bombing, creating emotional or financial dependence, isolating a person from family and friends, slowly crossing personal boundaries is a big one too. So,
bruh,
this might be.
I live that, cuz. I live that, cuz. I'm telling you, I live that. I'm telling you, some things that make you go, you know, you just get looking at somebody like, no, you're really trying me right now. Like it be so slick until you catch it, and you be like, man, you trying me right now.
Before I read y'all a common warning sign, who do you guys think groom more, men or women?
Women.
Women, because women are more manipulative than men are.
Okay. And what made me think about it, because one of the common warning signs is seeking excessive one-on-one time.
Ooh, I need to see. I haven't seen you in so long.
Like when you think about some of these things, right? Like when you think about ignoring or testing boundaries, women do that very heavily, right? Trying to separate someone from trusted people, making a person feel responsible for the relationship. You know what I mean? Like
my sister got hit. Look at this, she got hit. Hey, go ahead. Wipe that off.
I ain't seen you in so long. When am I gonna see you again? That's grooming. Hey, what you doing this weekend? Can I come see you? Can I come pick you up? I'll come pick you up. Let me come pick you up from the club.
Women do that, boy. A woman would make they'll arrange everything.
Oh yeah, we trying to make it easy for you. Yeah, because we want to.
This might be very good.
We're grooming you to want to spend time
time.
with us. Come see
monkey
me.
time.
I'm ready for you too. I ain't seen you so long. It's time. It's been time.
Very good.
So this is great.
We're gonna be bringing.
What was the answer? What was the answer?
What you mean?
She said woman.
I'll say no. What was the answer you got in front of you?
Oh, for grooming that.
Women.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. I was just, but like I think it's very unique, right? Because words put men in certain categories, which I think are very dangerous. Like grooming doesn't sound as bad, right, than a predator.
Oh Lord.
You see what I mean? Like they sound different. Like, so, and if you notice, the men get the more harsher terms. You rarely hear someone say they were groomed depending on the outcome or age. You know what I mean? So this is going to be a very, very interesting conversation. I think it's going to go very well. We'll be able to get some good topics out of this. But I thought it was very interesting because the first thing I thought about was because we knew it was a tragedy there, right? For the Scott family. But I also felt like, again, I'm always trying to seek solutions. And when I think about that young 13-year-old girl, when I seen the girl not support her mother in the midst of
that part.
In the midst of that, at that moment, I felt somebody groomed her. Because it's, and this is for all parents. If your kids really can't stand up about you, you got to start questioning some things. Like, who are they protecting if they can't protect you? Like for a 13-year-old
or
to
what
be very,
what type of job you doing? What type of job? Like, for real, if they ain't riding for you, you ain't doing a good job. If they ain't in your corner, like they ain't defending you, you ain't doing a good job.
Think about this. Like, the young girl, 13 years old, literally made a statement to police that did not help her mother's case. She said, I let the man in. No, she shot him. She said last time that if she finds anybody in this house, she's going to do X, Y, and Z. Like, she almost created a premeditated environment just through her words, right? I don't know how much validity they're going to use with her being 13, but I think with her being able to articulate and do the actions she's already doing at 13, they're going to take her word as a little bit more heavier, right? Because like she's very aware of what was going on. So that's what made me think about, man, it's more to this crime than just the crime. It's what led up to that, right? We never talk about the root. We always talk about the outcome. There's a root that gets this woman. Miss Scott didn't just wake up today and choose violence. She woke up and reacted off of something that she has repetitively talked about, right? Because the daughter said it. So that means mama has already had this discussion with you about bringing these little stanky boys in the house. You didn't listen. So at the end of the day, there was a lot of different things at the root of this that caused this to now be the thing that was the tipping point. There's always a tipping point to everything. So just something to think about. I always think about that, and that actually comes from the book Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell. Like, everything has a reason, a rhyme or reason. Like, nothing just happens overnight. Nobody just wakes up and say, today, that's what I'm doing. It's something that led up to it, but sometimes we have to take the time to do this content, create actual conversations and dialogue, and figure out why we are where we are today. And I think we're getting there. I think we're starting to talk about grooming, which is something I really don't hear a lot about on the internet. You know, I looked up and seen like mental health workers talk about it, like 6 steps to know if you're being groomed. But like, you really don't hear about it from all these different levels. Like, shout out to the Jada young lady, you know, video games. Like, that's heavy. That's something that our kids are touching every day, every minute, hours on end. So, and even here, y'all, like, even here, man, y'all see some of the stuff people put in the chat. Like, people say some of the craziest things, man. So
to grown folks that make you say, what the fuck is wrong with you? Wow, man.
So we're gonna keep this series going, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all got anything for them, plug or Rain, before Rain closes out for us? Appreciate everybody who tuned in today as well.
Hey, big blessing to everybody in the chat that kept the conversation moving. Thank y'all so much for being here, man. We really appreciate y'all here on Money Making Monday. No middleman. Really appreciate y'all.
Definitely. Make sure y'all stay tapped in, because this is going to be an awesome series that we are developing and rolling through. So, do you want me to read that comment?
Yeah, go ahead.
Richard said, grooming is bad, or is that a word? Isolating them could be a good thing. One-on-one can be good. These are just names with the bad zoomed in.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Mira said, Penny said, Rain got the script down. Muriel said, I'll be grooming them to read these books and stay inside. And she's laughing. And Richard said 100. Penny said Rain was a sugar mama in a past life.
And Richard, I'll get you the wrench on the other side. I think you on the Raw Society, I'll get you a wrench on that side tonight, so you can have the wrench when you're on either side.
Yeah. Penny said, I think TV and movies condition kids to be rebellious these days, making them grow up too fast with a sense of independence.
We got it coming for you, Penny. You know, I like to start it off slow. We can't hit them with all of it, you know.
That'd be too hard. Penny said, but that's where you get little girls watching reality TV emulating grown women.
Yeah. Just like that bus, where are my scammers?
Yeah. Penny, make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button while y'all are here. And Richard said 100.
And before Rain close out the show, man, y'all go catch an amazing show by Plug and Doe today. Great show, man. His story time was amazing. His story time was amazing on Sunday too, y'all. Like we talked about, we ended up detouring from our sports show yesterday. Like it was like I don't think I was telling y'all, man, if y'all are, I know sometimes we want to click and get all the exciting stuff, right? But I'm telling y'all, man, if y'all just take 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour out of your day to listen to it, put it in your ear, the things that you will take away from it, like hearing people that's in your circle describing things that you're going through, or them might being able to see it and now articulate it for you, and you feel like, okay, I'm not as crazy now. Like, okay, people are seeing, people are understanding. Like, I would highly encourage you guys to like tune in to the story time, because the story, to me, the stories are short. It's the lessons that he teach that are longer, in my opinion. That's just me listening the way I listen. But I would highly encourage you guys to do that. And then tonight with him and Doe was amazing. Amazing. Like it had me in my bag. Like it was like a great, certain topics, I just enjoy those type of topics, man, especially stuff we live every day. When Plug was talking about them families, boy, like I was like, bro, I live that. That's every day. So, and make sure y'all catch Soft Rain too, man, at her weekly Radar and Rain. For some reason, yesterday, no notifications would come.
Yeah, because when you went on, I didn't get a notification either. So
hell no, I was so mad. I say, damn, because he said tune in tonight. I was like, all right, bro. So I'm like, damn, like, because like when I'm laying in my little corner, I got my phone up like this right here, so when it drop, I can see it. So I can just go bloop. Okay, he on, boom. I just hit it, boom, and then I just send it to the TV. Yeah. Man, I ain't get it, man. I looked on and he had already went on. I'm like, damn, I say, and I was in the middle of something. I was waiting on it, but I was already jumped into a movie. So I'm like, shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, so I said I'll catch it on the rewatch, and then went back and watched it about an hour later.
Yeah, I see the comments. So appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all tap in. You got classic codes as well, covering the Nolan Wells thing. So if y'all want to stay in tune with that, y'all can go catch that as well. He's going viral over there. So make sure y'all catch that information as well. And then also you still have the Tez down as well. He's doing a lot of the nightcap. They're probably up soon on the nightcap. So y'all go tap in, man, and get content with everybody. So I'll let you do your thing, Rain.
All right. And that's how we do it here on No Middleman. Make sure y'all stay tapped in this week, because we'll be working on this series called Grooming. And here we have real conversations, raw perspectives, and no filter. So shout out to everybody who pulled up and added to the conversation tonight. Y'all was on it in the chat, and we appreciate that. Whether you agreed, disagreed, or got your feelings challenged, we appreciate you all for being here and being part of the dialogue. And make sure, if you enjoyed tonight's discussion, hit that like button, subscribe, and share the stream with somebody who's not afraid of real conversation. And do not forget, if you are catching this on the rewatch, do the same thing. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share it as well. Leave your comments or your thoughts down in the comment section, because we'll talk back to you. And until next time, for myself, Soft Rain, for Souls and Uncle Plug TV, we are out. Good night, y'all.
One step at a time. One step at a time. July in Memphis, quiet on the block. One out from reality can make the whole world stop. Kendra turned the key, something didn't feel right. Every parent's instinct started screaming at night. House felt different, silence felt loud. Truth hides the deepest where the shadows crowd. Upstairs, one room, one bed, one breath. A stranger underneath it, and minutes later death. Now the cameras roll, headlines spread fast. Everybody judging from the end and not the past. One moment became the story they all see, but every tragedy begins long before the scene. It never starts with a crime, it starts with a conversation. Never starts with a touch, it starts with validation. One step, one lie, one secret at a time. That's how trust gets borrowed, that's how people cross the line. See, grooming ain't always evil when the process begins. We all influenced by family, teachers, lovers, and friends. Every coach builds confidence, every parent shapes belief. Every mentor earns trust before they ever bring relief. That's the lesson. The process itself isn't what makes it wrong, it's the purpose behind it that changes the song. When it's used to protect, it helps people grow. When it's used to exploit, that's the danger we should know. So before we judge one mother, before we choose one side, maybe that's what happened during all the months before that night. Because monsters rarely knock, wearing horns on their heads. Sometimes they arrive one conversation at a time instead. This isn't just about Memphis, it's about recognizing the process. Because if you understand how grooming begins, you might stop the next headline before it ever gets written.
Yeah. This ain't no handouts, no shortcuts, no middleman.
No middleman.
No middleman.
No middleman. Middleman.
No middleman.
Middleman. Middleman.
No middleman.
Middleman. Middleman.
No middleman, I get it direct. Pressure talk, I don't deal in the flex. Cut the line, I don't wait, I collect. If it's mine, I'ma claim my respect. No middleman, I move with intent. Boss moves only, every dollar was spent. No favors, no deals, no rent. Built from the ground, now the whole game bent. Started with a vision, had to cut the distractions. No handshakes, just results and reactions. They was talking plays, I was making it happen. Turned losses to losses, then flipped it to passion.